honor that. Trojans looking good. 4-2 record on the year, 2-2 in this very tough 4-6A district slate. But Trojans still finding their footing pretty well. About 360 yards a game on offense, 30 points per game. We know Trinity's always big in the offensive line, about 320 pounds on average across. How do you build with that?
Well, just execute, and it's always something different every week on what teams are going to defend us, and it's so far it's been somewhat successful, but other teams got good players, good coaches too, so we're going to give it our best shot.
I know Trinity, they have some good coaches too. Your offensive coordinator, Rodney Barthelmess, and on defensive coordinator, Donald Tryon. Just got to brag about those guys, give you a second to talk about them.
Both those guys do a great job in not only X's and O's, but leading and mentorship, motivating. They check all the boxes and they just do a phenomenal job, and not just X's and O's. I can't express that enough. They're really, really outstanding men.
And then on the field for the Trojans, already mentioned the offense a little bit, but touching more on it. Pretty senior-heavy squad on offense, 8 seniors, 3 juniors, with one of the juniors being the quarterback, Mac Lineweaver. But how's that senior group kind of coming together?
Well, we're getting healthy, so that's always a positive, and it seems to be coming together at the right time. So they played a lot of snaps, and we got some leadership there, and that's a really, really solid group, those seniors.
And on defense side, there was a lot of what stood out to me was all the returning seniors in the linebacker core. 3 returning linebackers from a year ago: Keandre Dixon, Elijah Smith, and Gordon Motow. Is that where you feel strongest on your defense, that linebacker core?
We're pretty good up the middle. Safeties, D linemen, and inside linebackers, and we got some good players at other spots. But we're only as good as we play as a unit. And when we're playing all together on the same page and limit explosive plays, we're pretty good.
And then the last phase, special teams. Keller's kind of known to have some stuff on special teams. I can already see it in your face.
Yep.
What are you expecting there?
Expect an onside kick or two, and or maybe a really tough pooch. But we're prepared, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you again giving us time here in the pregame, and good luck.
Thank you.
The interview with Trinity head coach Aaron Lineweaver, brought to you by State Farm agents Shaylin Clark of Hearst. When we return on the Origin Bank pregame show, I have a conversation with the Keller head coach Carl Strelo, brought to you by Doty Real Estate. Back in a moment.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Sweet Frog Keller serves 21 flavors of premium frozen yogurt, including sugar-free vanilla and cheesecake. Our menu also has dairy and gluten-free, plus sugar and select fruits, nuts, candy, and popping boba. Sweet Frog is located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. Open Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 9, and Friday and Saturday, 12 to 10. Sweet Frog of Keller.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you.
Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills offers business suite, multi-tenant commercial, and single-family home rental services in DFW. If you're a landlord who dreads text messages from your tenant, let us buffer interruptions and lose the stress of self-managing. Learn more at perpetualpm.com.
And welcome back into the Origin Bank pregame show. Now this pregame interview brought to you by Doty Real Estate with the Keller Indian head coach Carl Strelo. Coach, I always like to ask you, what do you learn from your previous game and take into this game? You lost last week 30-27 to Byron Nelson. Close game, but what are your takeaways from that, and how do you translate it today?
I just know we're an improving football team. We're playing better every week from the beginning of the year, and that's all you can ask of your kids, to improve every week and play as hard as they possibly can. And they did that last week, came up short against another good football team, but get to tee it up and do it again this Friday.
And you just said right there, another good football team. That's what it feels like every week in District 4, 6A. Everyone beating everyone. Just talk about how this district kind of gets you ready for later in the season.
Well, I don't know what it gets you ready for, but I know you better be ready every Friday, because anybody can beat anybody except for, South Lake's separated, but everybody else is in a fist fight every Friday night.
And the fist fight in front of you tonight against Trinity Trojans, we all know they have some stature behind them in the name, but Keller's had success against Trinity before. What's the secret there?
Well, our kids, having had success and watching their older brothers have success in a pivotal playoff game, I don't think the shock and awe is off, but they're still a very good football team, bigger at us at most every position up front by about 100 pounds. So we're going to have to play low and swing that axe until we can't pick it up anymore.
I was definitely going to touch on some of that line size later, but your offensive line's been improving throughout the season, and really it's led to a strong rushing game. You average about 180 yards per game on the ground.
I'm real proud of how they've developed. We were only going to go as far as they went, and there's only one senior in that group, and they're ahead of schedule, and I'm really excited about how well they're playing.
And then that's the line. Talk about some of the skill positions. We know Brock Burkett at quarterback. He seems to be getting better every week, whether it's the arm or legs. He's able to get it both. And then you have those two 6'3" receivers, and Brock Meek and Ralph Crosby and Bodie Davis in the middle. They all add a lot.
Yeah, this is a real quality group. We've been blessed to have some really good receivers at Keller High School. This is another good group, and they're going to have to be big tonight for us to be successful.
And then on defense tonight for the Indians, you already mentioned about a 100-pound difference on the line. Trinity wants to line up big, run the football. Is this going to be old school smash mouth?
It has to be. There's no other way around it. If you don't buy into it, then you're going to get drug all over this field. So you got to meet them at the point of attack, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be loud over and over again. And if it's loud, we have a chance to be successful.
And I remember when I talked last week with the Byron Nelson head coach, Zach Woodward. He really commended your special teams. At Keller always has something on special teams. They execute that well. Might have a trick or two up the sleeve. You don't have to give us any secrets, but special teams still a unit you're proud of and feeling strong about?
Stay tuned. We will shoot every bullet we have tonight. So stay tuned. We got some stuff going, but I can't tell you what it is. We'll talk about it after.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, we appreciate you giving us some time here in the pregame, and thanks for catching me a little bit. All right, and that interview with the Keller Indians head coach, Carl Strelo, brought to you by Doty Real Estate. Coming up next on the Origin Bank pregame show, John Frow gives us a scouting report on the Euless Trinity Trojans, brought to you by State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. The Indians and the Trojans back on Millennium Sports Network after this timeout.
Property investors in DFW, consider this. Perpetual Property Management turned a $400 a month headache into a $1,400 a month cash flowing machine without changing the tenant. Our system was built to increase asset values, managing hundreds of Metroplex properties. Check us out online at perpetualpm.com.
Danielle Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate in her hometown of South Lake, Texas. The Doty Real Estate team prioritizes our clients' needs, goals, and overall experience. Danielle and husband Josh of Doty Construction both serve Keller. Five of their Keller Indians. Nobody knows Keller like the Dotys, your home team for your hometown.
S&B Roofing Exteriors and Fencing earns our clients' trust first. Backed by $5 million insurance, we provide education, ensuring a smooth, seamless experience, plus insurance claim assistance. Our specialty custom-made fences and gates are built to perfection. Go to snbroofing.com or call for a consultation at 817-281-6433.
And back in the Origin Bank pregame show, let's talk about the Euless Trinity Trojans, thanks to John Frow and our State Farm agent, Shaylin Clark of Hearst.
Aaron Lineweaver, 26-16. He's in his 4th season. His father, Steve Lineweaver, I called 8 years of games for the Trojans. The offensive coordinator is Rodney Barthelmess. Quarterback, junior, Mac Lineweaver, 6 feet, 190 junior. He's thrown for 857 yards, 76% completions. Unfortunately, completes the ball too much to the other team. He has 7 TDs and 6 INTs in this offense. At tailback, there are 3 running backs that kind of split time. 5'9", 185-pound senior J.T. Harris, 6.7 yards to rush. Committed to Texas State. Brennan?
Eat him up.
And Zoe Palmore, 5'8", 180, a senior, averaging 9.7 per rush, 5 TDs. And Keandre Dixon, 6'1", 185, he's the big boy of the senior, averaging 4.6 yards per rush, 4 TDs. And this is what Trinity football is all about. They line up usually small running backs behind a huge offensive line. No different this year. The offensive coordinator, Rodney Barthelmess, has a huge line, 6'2", 321 pounds. On offense, starting 8 seniors, 3 juniors. Levante Chandler at left tackle, 6'6", 300, headed to rise. Vilami Finau, 6'2", 260, junior left guard. The center, the little one, 5'10", 280 pounds, Caden Stanley. He only bench presses 320 and squats 435. Toa Keitoa, 6'6", 390 pounds, committed to SMU. He's a senior. And Kaloa Wolfgram. We're really focusing on the offensive line for the Trojans. 6 feet, 375 pounds. Not much to speak of on their receivers. They do have one that can catch the long ball. He's the tight end, Cohen Fiafe, 6'1", 240, a junior, 18.9 yards per catch. And also, that's about it on offense for the Trojans. On defense, the defensive coordinator, Donald Tryon, a friend of mine going way back, they start 6 feet and 273 pounds on defensive front. Pretty big there. The big one is the nose tackle, who is a discus thrower, 320-pound senior Randolph Rogers. The linebackers are solid all the way across in the secondary. By the way, they give up only 64 yards rushing on defense, 220 passing, 284 total, 22 points per game, -3 on turnovers. They've taken away 4 fumbles, 2 interceptions, but they're giving the ball up too much on offense. And by the way, I skipped because I was going fast, Brandon. On offense, the Trojans pretty good, 237 yards per game rushing. Pass only 121, 358 total, 30 points per game. And again, -3 because they have 6 interceptions and 3 fumbles lost. That's the Trojans.
Thank you for the scouting report, John. That's brought to you again by State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. We will take another timeout in the Origin Bank pregame show, and when we return, we'll tell you about the Keller Indians, brought to you by S&B Fencing of Keller.
For a sweet and healthy birthday, holiday parties, or post-game, the Sweet Frog of Keller has a great covered patio. Located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. All the best, delicious premium frozen yogurt and toppings. Dine in or take out. Sweet Frog of Keller caters. Order online at sweetfrog.com or call 682-593-0039 for party reservations. Enjoy the game.
Josh Doty is a lifetime resident of Keller, a Keller High School grad 2007, and number 91 on the Indians football team. Today, Josh is president and founder of Doty Construction, a Keller-based full-service remodeling company. As a member of the Fort Worth Builders Association, Doty Construction serves their clients with excellence and integrity. Learn more at doty-construction.com or call Josh at 817-688-6411 for your next project. Anchor Energy is DFW's leading provider of residential and commercial solar solutions. Did you notice your monthly bill skyrocketing 100% over the last 3 years? Anchor Energy has solar options to lower your bill up to 25% with no risk or upfront cost. Go to Anchor Energy for a free consult with David or Brian to develop your custom Anchor Energy plan.
Back in the Orchard Bank pregame show, time to talk about the Keller Indians, brought to you by S&B Fencing of Keller.
Keller Indians offensive coordinator Tommy Keller is a good one. We've already talked about Carl Strelo. Brock Burkett is a great quarterback, 6'1", 185, a senior. 51% completion percentage, a little low, but 11 TDs, only 4 picks. He's also averaging 4.8 yards per carry. And also 3 running backs, maybe 4 for the Indians. Quentin Shropshire, the 5'10", 175-pound senior, averaged 7.2 yards per carry. Timmy Erickson, a senior, also 6 feet, 185, 5.2 points, 2 yards per carry. And Blake Danuski, 5'10", 165, sophomore, rushing for 4.6 yards per carry. And Ethan George had a big game, 5'11", 175, sophomore, 7 carries, 66 yards. Receiving, Bodie Davis, watch out for the slot receiver, 6 feet, 170, 18.4 yards per catch. He has 7 TDs, 6 feet, 170, senior. The 2 wideouts are very tall for the Indians. Next receiver, Brock Meek, 6'3", 180, a senior, 12.7 yards per catch. At Z receiver, Ralph Groves, 6'3", 175, 16.5 yards per catch. And Bradley McCroskey is the tight end, 6'2", 195, a senior, and he has 11.1 yards per catch. On the offensive line, 6'2", 249 pounds. Overall, 6 seniors, 4 juniors, and a sophomore. On offense, rushing the Indians, 179 yards per game, 178 passing yards, 357 total, 32 points per game, 0 turnover percentage. They have 3 fumbles and 4 interceptions. On defense for the Indians, led up front, they're front 3, they're a 3-3-5 defense. Freddie Ottoman moved over from right tackle. He's now at nose tackle, 6 feet, 215. Right next to him, Brecklin Rogers, 6'4", 235. And Kaysen Stoner, 6'2", 220, a senior. Rogers is a sophomore. That is going to be the situation. It's tough for Keller. They average about 220 in the defensive line. And Euless Trinity's 320 pounds. That doesn't work. But maybe some way Keller's Coach Strelo told me they have some tricks up their sleeve. Starters, 8 seniors, 2 juniors, 3 sophomores. A great secondary highlighted by Jacob Rust and Brian Brown, the safeties. So that's the Indians.
The Indians again looking to even up their district record, currently 2-3, right behind Trinity Trojans, who are 2-2. That scouting report in the Keller Indians, brought to you by S&B Fencing of Keller. We'll take our last time out. The Origin Bank pregame show. We'll come back, set the starting lineups, have our field conditions, national anthem, keys to victory, and all that setting you up for kickoff. Keller Indians against the Trinity Trojans. Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after a timeout.
S&B Fencing is faith-based, family-owned, and fiercely driven. Driven to make a difference in our clients, community, and industry. We have served the DFW area for over 20 years. Make your biggest investment, your home's exterior, more beautiful, safe, and secure. For help, call S&B Fencing at 817-281-6433 or see us online at snbfencing.com.
Danielle Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate in her hometown of South Lake, Texas. The Doty Real Estate team prioritizes our clients' needs, goals, and overall experience. Danielle and husband Josh of Doty Construction both serve Keller. All 5 of their kids are future Keller Indians. Nobody knows Keller like the Dotys, your home team for your hometown.
Kelly Just CFP with Ameriprise Financial Services in Keller supports our student athletes' academic and off-the-field endeavors. For Kelly, it's just wealth management, utilizing investments and financial planning. You can reach Kelly Just with Ameriprise Financial at 817-581-5545. Enjoy the game.
John Frow with Millennium Sports. We want to invite our listeners to like us and subscribe on YouTube. And also, you can watch all these games on Roku on your TV. If you set it up properly, watch us on Roku, everybody. Back to Brendan.
Yes, watch us wherever, however you can. Tablets, phones, we're everywhere. And now we'll bring you the starting lineups. And we'll start with the visiting Keller Indians. Keller at quarterback, 6'1", 185-pound senior Brock Burkett. Behind him at running back, Quentin Shropshire. The senior is 5'10", 175 pounds. The ex-receiver to the left for Brock Burkett. Out wide, Brock Meek, a 6'3", 180-pound senior. The other wide receiver on the opposite side, another 6'3" player, 175 pounds, junior, and Ralph Crosby. The slot receiver is Bodie Davis. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds, and a senior. And at tight end, Bradley McCroskey, the senior, comes in 6'3", 195 pounds. The offensive line for Keller, starting at left tackle, Sean Harris. He's 6'7", 240-pound senior. The left guard's a sophomore, Marshall Kirks, standing 6 foot, 260 pounds. Chase Watkins handles center, 5'11", 240-pound junior. Right guard is Judd Mahon, the junior, 6'2", 250 pounds. And at right tackle, 6'4", 255-pound junior Thomas Drums. Now we'll look at the Keller defense. At defensive end, Kason Stoner, the senior, 6'2", 220-pound. At nose tackle, Freddie Adama, he's 6 foot, 215 pounds, and a senior. The other left defensive end, Brecken Rogers, the sophomore, 6'4", 235 pounds. Three linebackers for Keller. The will is Matthew Reagan. The senior is 5'11", 195 pounds. The Mike, Quentin Boatner, 6 foot, 200-pound junior. And the Sam linebacker, the stud sophomore, at 6 foot, 200 pounds, Caden McCauley. In the secondary, at cornerback, Cooper Glaze is 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. Along with him, James Middleton, the 5'10", 160-pound junior. Two strong safeties for Keller, Jacob Just, 5'11", 175-pound senior, and Cody Fouts, the 6 foot, 175-pound senior. And in the free safety, another senior, Baron Brown, at 6'2", 175 pounds. There are the starting lineups for the Indians as we have coin toss at midfield, and Keller will receive the opening kick.
Did they win?
I didn't catch that part. Trinity won the toss.
Yeah, I thought they deferred.
At quarterback, Mac Lineweaver, 6 foot, 190-pound junior. Tailback, J.T. Harris, a 5'9", senior, 185 pounds. The ex-wide receiver, Jalen Donaldson, 175 pounds, 6'2", senior. The Z receiver, Tayshawn Efen, 5'9", 155 pound senior. The tight end is Cohen Fiafi, the 240-pound, 6'1", junior. The fullback, Jaden Hollins, 200-pound senior at 5'10". The offensive line at left tackle, Leonte Chandler, 6'6", 300-pound senior. Next to him at left guard, Villamy Finau, a 260-pound, 6'2", junior. The center is Caden Stanley, a 5'10", 280-pound senior. Right guard, another senior, 6'6", 390 pounds, Toa Katoa. And at right tackle, the 6 foot, 375-pound senior, Kiliwa Wolfgram. And for the Trinity defense, right defensive end, a 6 foot, 260-pound sophomore, Sumisi Naupato. At nose guard, Randolph Rogers, a 6 foot, 320-pound senior. And the left defensive end, 6'1", 240-pound sophomore, Simi Naupato. At linebacker, the Ninja, Sir Mims, 225-pound senior, 6'1". The will linebacker, Gordon Motow, 6'1", 230-pound senior. The Mike, that's Elijah Smith, the senior, 6 foot, 190 pounds. And at the Sam linebacker, Keandre Dixon, a 6'1", 185-pound senior. The boundary corner, Dontrell Johnson, 5'8", 175-pound. He's a senior. The field cornerback's a junior, John Meredith III, 6'3", 190 pounds. Free safety is handled by Chase Davis, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, and Caleb Adom, a 5'11", 170-pound senior, as the rover.
We're going to see the haka here. Go ahead, Brendan. We'll watch the haka.
That's how Trinity always gets pumped up for their pre-games. With this,
our sponsors, Millennium Sports, the Indians, and they're starting to haka there. The Indians and the Trojans wish to thank our sponsors, Origin Bank of South Lake, Doty Construction and Real Estate, S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing of Keller, Sweet Frog Premium Yogurt of Keller, Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills, Anchor Energy of Fort Worth, Solar Solutions, State Farm Agent Shaylin Clark of Hurst, Macero Mexican Restaurant of Southlake, Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth, Kelly Just CFP with Ameriprise Financial of Keller, Alliance Pest of Fort Worth, author James C. Bibbins' book Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available now on Amazon, and Harris Ratings Weekly of Corinth and Keller.
Thank you, John. As again, there is the haka finishing up on your screen, looking to pump up the Trinity Trojans. They're in black jerseys with the black pants, white numbers, and a white and red stripes on the shoulder pads.
What about the haka, Brendan? Tell us about it.
It's a tradition amongst the Tongans, it's
a war dance.
And that's a heavy population here in Trinity is what they're known for. It's the home. So many Tongan players and where a lot of the size comes from.
Yes, sir. It works for them.
The Keller Indians, they're in gold jerseys, white pants with blue numbers. Some gold jerseys you mentioned we're not familiar with. New look for the Indians.
Kind of light gold, not old gold. Waiting for the keys to victory. If we got time here. Here we go, national anthem.
ROTC class of the Hearst Euless Bedford Independent School District presents our colors.
Here come the flags.
The cadets are under the direction of retired Navy Master Chief Alex Rinconis and are led tonight by Cadet Ensign Johnson Lee, who is assisted by Cadet Seaman Apprentice Justin Howie, Cadet Seaman Apprentice Mia Rodriguez Armbruster, and Cadet Corey Weinbell. Tonight our national anthem will be performed by the Trinity High School Choir under the direction of Lance Newman and Shannon Carnley, and will be directed by Trinity Choir Student Director KB Fredpaul. We invite you to face the flag at the 50-yard line and sing along as the Trinity High School Choir sings our national anthem.
was our national anthem, again by the Trinity Choir.
Here we go with the keys to victory. For Keller, they have to find a way to stop that big, huge offensive line for the Trinity Trojans. They're outweighed 100 pounds a man. They have to put a good rush on quarterback Mac Lineweber. He has 7 interceptions. They can add to that total. For the Trojans, they want to stop the Ryan run and contain Brock Burkett. Keep him inside the pocket. On offense, use Mac Lineweber in the rush to continue to control the ball, time of possession. Here we go.
And our officials tonight out of the Fort Worth chapter: referee Kelly Martinez, umpire Chuck Flint, headline judge David Fields, side judge Mike Powell, line judge Ty Fair, field judge Jason Pierce, and the back judge Dominic Anaya. Cash Erdman and Bodie Davis deep to return for the Indians, standing across their 5-yard line. And on to kick it away for Trinity. That's Jaden Boye, the junior kicker.
Keller's got 7 men pretty close to the line of scrimmage. I think they're expecting an onside kick, believe it or not, because we heard Aaron Lineweber say they might have some tricks up their sleeve on the offense, on the kicking game.
Justin Boye, left-footed, kicks it away far side around the 8-yard line. Cash Erdman starts up the hash at the 20 of the lane, 30. There goes Cash. 40, 50, just the kicker to beat. And he steers him out of bounds, pushed him out at the 21-yard line.
I'm sorry, the official got in his way on that runner. He could have scored. I hope he saw that on the screen, Brennan. He was backing up, and he got right in the way of Cash. But regardless, it's a great run, great blocking on that side over there. They had a huge hole.
Cash Erdman, who has a return touchdown on the season of 94 yards, almost had his second, but sets up Keller in great field position on the Trojan 21 to start the game. 11:46 in the first. Coming out in the shotgun, Brock Burkett. Handoff, running left side, Quentin Shropshire. Some blocks out in front, makes a move, 15, and has his legs taken up from under him around the 13.
Good blocking on the left side by Sean Harris, a 6'7", 240-pound senior left tackle. Kind of sealed the edge. They got wide. They just ran out of room. Otherwise, it could have been 6 points.
A 9-yard pickup to the 12, 2nd and 1. Quentin Shropshire remains the back. Brock wants the pass. Flush out to his right, looking down the field. Throws in a tight spot, and the catch made right on the sideline for the tight end, Bradley McCroskey.
Bradley made a great catch going out of bounds, and a great play by Brock Burkett. Awesome first drive here by the Indians.
That's a 9-yard pickup and a 1st and goal from the 3. Quentin Shropshire remains the running back. Brody Davis in motion. Hand off to Shropshire, and he's met immediately in the backfield. Trojans swarm him for a big loss.
Tackle for Trinity by 23,
Demarion Hall, the first in on the stop. The 5'10", 190-pound senior Mike linebacker, a loss of 6 yards, back to the 9. Second and goal. 10:30 in the first quarter. It's Bodie Davis in motion. Brock Burkett looking that way, throws. Catch made at the 2 and drilled right there out of bounds was Bodie. He was tackled by Chase Davis, the 5'10", 180-pound junior. 7-yard pickup, 3rd and goal from the 2. Opening drive for the Indians. Keller looking to the sideline at offense coordinator Tommy Keller. Timmy Erickson, the running back, on this 3rd and goal play. Bodie Davis in motion, a fake that way, coming back to the right side, open, catch made, touchdown, Bradley McCroskey. And the Indians strike first, 6-0, 9:34 in the first quarter. Touchdown pass for Brock Burkett, his 12th of the year, and the catch for Bradley McCroskey, his 3rd touchdown reception. And now Enzo Fartuo on for the extra point. Cason Stoner snap, Jacob Just hold. The operation is clean, the kick is good. And 9:34 in the first quarter. Keller takes the ball, the big kick return, and Indians score first, 7-0. Keller leads as Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after this timeout. And back from Pennington Field, 7-0 Keller. Connick Whitmire on to kick it away. Trinity with 2 returners, but they're not deep. Tayshawn Eafen and Keandre Dixon are across about the 19-yard line as Connick with a high short kick right to an up man at the 21-yard line. Up ahead, easily across 35, lost the football, bouncing free, and sliding on top of it, the kicker, Connick Whitmire.
Oh my word, what a big play. No flags. Indians are on the way. Coach Strelo said they had something special this game.
And the kicker, Connick Whitmire, dives on top of the fumble. And Keller, after starting the first drive on the Trinity 21, they'll immediately start a second drive on the Trojans 41. There's a sideline interference warning on the Trojans. Bring the ball back a yard to the 42.
Indians are going to spread the field. Spread out that secondary for the Trojans.
The offense right back to work. Timmy Erickson, the running back. He gets the call, looking for space wide to the right, but closed down immediately for a 2-yard loss. Timmy, the 6 foot, 185-pound senior running back. It's part of the stable of running backs the Indians use. Averages 5.2 yards a carry and 5 touchdowns on 50 attempts this year. 2nd and 12 after a loss of 2. Brock Meek and Bodie Davis stacked to the left. Brock Burkett steps up, has a man wide open. Bodie Davis behind the defense and overthrew him.
My word. What can you say? Little deep and behind Bodie.
It was a great route. Brock just a little too much on it. Now it's 3rd and 12. Quentin Shropshire back in at running back. Trips to the right. Fake the Quentin Shropshire, throw back right to Bodie Davis. Had to go up high to make that catch, and taking a rib shot from Demarion Hall, the 5'10", 190-pound senior.
Damien, let's see. What's his number, Brendan?
23.
Thanks. Yeah, 5'10", 190 senior. We don't have a lot of stats on the defense for the Trojans. My apology. They apparently don't keep them, they tell us.
So Keller
Individual stats, I mean.
unable to capitalize on the fumble return. Here's James Wheaton, the punt. He averages about 45 yards per punt. This one plays perfectly at the 6-yard line and backspins, dies there. Down by the Indians, and Trojans have a long field ahead of them to start their first drive.
Trojans have the ball. 1st and 10 to go at their own 6-yard line. This will be Trinity's first possession of the first half.
7:53 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Keller advantage. The junior quarterback Matt Lineweaver out under center. The fullback and the tailback. A give to the deep man up across the 10-yard line following the lead blockers JT Harris. And he's out to the 13-yard line to pick up a 7.
Ball given to Keandre Dixon, number 4, making the stop for Keller, number 11, Caden McCauley, along with 15, Keaton McGee. Ball now at the 13-yard
Substitutions for
line,
both
second
teams.
down and 3 for the Trojans.
Yes, 5 men on the line for the Indians.
There's a fullback dive to the up man Jaden Hollins.
Another thing I spoke with Carl Strelo about, are you going to run a 3-man front against that big, huge offensive Trojans line? He said, we're going to shake it up tonight, John. You'll see.
Jaden Hollins got just enough for a first down out to the 17. 1st and 10 for Trinity.
Again, a 5-man front for the Indians.
JT Harris, the deep back, turn to give to him. Touched initially in the backfield, falls forward to about the 20. 3-yard pickup behind the right side of the line.
And on the stop for the Indians was Jacob Just and others. Actually, it's Matthew Reagan, the linebacker, 5'11", 195 pounds, senior.
2nd down and 7.
Well, the first time we see shotgun, and it's a Wildcat give to the wide near side. JT Harris slips one tackle, tripped up across the 20. He was in the backfield with Keandre Dixon. Actually, no, it was the back quarterback, Zoe Palmore, and the 5'8", 180-pound senior on the 2nd down package. It's just a 1-yard pickup, and it's 3rd and 6. Zorian Palmer remains in at quarterback. He's going to throw out to the far side and well overshot intended receiver Jalen Donaldson right into the Keller sideline.
It was a 2 tight end offense with 2 split wide receivers. Tried to fool Keller and coming in tight. Did not work because the ball wasn't thrown well.
4th down for the Trojans at their own 21-yard line.
And it brings out the punt team for Trinity. Sir Mims averages 30.1 yards per return. He's kicking away. Bodie Davis stands at his 40-yard line. Bodie averages 9 yards per punt return.
Blocked.
This one's blocked into the end zone. Keller had it initially. It's still rumbling around. It's out of bounds to the back of the end zone for safety.
Fumble fingers there by the punt blocker. And that was for the Indians, I believe. Cooper Glaze, the sophomore defensive back. He blocked it, and he could have had it, and he just tipped it out of play. Tough break for him. Great block.
This Keller special teams. A big kick return to start the game, and now the safety to get an extra 2 points. 9-0 Keller, 5:43 in the first quarter. Winning Sports presentation, Bright Lights Game of the Week back in a moment.
Danielle Doty is the broker owner of Doty Real Estate, a boutique brokerage in Southlake, Texas, serving surrounding areas. The Doty team provides luxury services for every price point with diligence, distinction, and devotion, staying on top of pricing trends and local dynamics. A proud mother of 5 Keller kids, Danielle Doty prioritizes giving back to the community. Go Indians!
5:43 in the first quarter. It's 9-0. Indians on top of the Trojans. And Trinity about to free kick it away after the safety.
This is the most listless effort by the Trojans I've seen in my life, and I've called a lot of games, but it's early. Don't let the Trojans fool you. They're very capable. Just didn't start very well tonight, and the Indians are ready.
Jaden Boye kicks it away. High, short, end-over-end kick, running up. Caught around the 48-yard line. And just across the 50 to the Trinity 48 on the return was the tight end, Bradley McCroskey.
Good field position for Trinity to try to chip away at that 9-0 lead by the Indians.
Keller has the ball. First and 10 at the Trinity 48-yard line.
First possession for the Indians. 5 plays to score. 3-yard touchdown thanks to Bradley McCroskey. Off the pass from Brock Burkett. Went 3 and out the following drive after the fumble on the kick return from Trinity. Now third possession. Quentin Shropshire, the running back. Fake to him. Brock Burkett wants to throw. Pulls it down. Rolls right under pressure. Throws on the run.
No.
Out of bounds. Just threw it away towards the cheerleaders.
I think it was Bodie Davis crossing he was intending to get it to, and it just wasn't enough separation with the defender, and he ran out of space on the boundary.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 5:23 first quarter.
Trojans in a 3-man front with a half linebacker.
Trips left, and Brock Burkett is rolling right. Wants the throwback left. Under pressure, just throws a heave down the field. It's intercepted by Chase Davis.
Should have never thrown it, folks. The man was more than covered, but he had a Trojan in his face. Better than a punt, probably.
Yeah, it looked like that play from the start was going to be long developing. Brock was under pressure. And to both teams with turnovers in this first quarter, still 5-10 in the first quarter. And for the second time, Trinity starts inside their own 10 at their 7.
Double tight end look again.
Mac Lineweaver and a quarterback give up the middle.
What I believe is going on for the Trojans, they're trying to separate that 3-man front, but actually it's a 5-man front now. Offensive coordinator Rodney Barthelmus being outsmarted by defensive coordinator Patrick Gow.
5 yards for JT Harris on the carry, 2nd and 5. Turn and a give, running off left side, Keandre Dixon, but nothing rolling for him, out pushing the pile laterally. Yeah. Late flag came out that way as well on the tackle. We'll wait to see the call from referee Kelly Martinez. And a face mask. A face mask for a free 15 yards. Moves Trinity up to the 27-yard line. They rush quickly to the line. Quick snap, rolling out near side. Mac Lineweaver throws on the run. Catch made at the 40 by Jalen Donaldson. Pushed out of bounds at the 39. 12-yard pickup, first down.
Trojans moving now. That's what they're going to try to do, is run that double tight end look. Here it comes again.
Now we go back to Zorian Palmore at quarterback. The backup kind of scat quarterback. Change up the package. He'll keep it. Running off left side, slips a tackle in the open field. and wrestled down at the 46-yard line.
Tackled by 14, Baron Brown.
Baron Brown, the great safety in there, 6'2", 175 senior on the stop.
Now at the 46-yard line, 2nd down and 3 for the Trojans.
The offensive coordinator for Trinity mixing it up now, giving defensive coordinator Patrick Gow a little trouble.
As an injured Trojan on the field, timeout, 3:26 in the first quarter, 9-0 Keller leads. Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week returns after timeout.
Anchor Energy is DFW's leading provider of residential and commercial solar solutions. Did you notice your monthly bill skyrocketing 100% over the last 3 years? Anchor Energy has solar options to lower your bill up to 25% with no risk or upfront cost. Go to Anchor Energy for a free consult with David or Brian to develop your custom Anchor Energy plan. Act now. Go to anchor.energy.
Wasps on your backyard? It's taking over a swarming party in your attic? Not on our watch. Alliance Pest keeps pests out and your home safe.
And timeout out of the way. Trojans able to walk off the field.
I want to say hello to my sister, Emily Frow, up in Oklahoma City, watching tonight. Tomorrow, the Sooners take on South Carolina, Emily.
They're looking to bounce back as here's Mac Lineweaver give to the fullback, Jaden Harris, right up the gut. He's tripped up right to the 49 and enough for a Trojan first down.
Trojans are moving the ball now. That big offensive line, 320 pounds. They're pounding the rock.
Started this drive on their own 7, where they are on the 49. I formation.
Freddie Ottoman back in at nose tackle.
Play action, rolling this way. Mac Lineweaver throws, catch made. Turning upfield at the 40-yard line again, the fullback, Jaden Hollins, on the catch and run. He has another Trojan first down to the 38, a pickup of 13.
That offensive line sealed the edge, and a nice pass. Indians have their hands on their hips, Brendan. It's too early in the game to be tired, but when you're playing a 320-pound offensive line, it's tough.
7th play of the
Fumble.
drive, and
yeah, fumble.
the Trojans right back on it. No gain, right back to the line. So a 2nd and 10 on the Indian 38. As we hit the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Shotgun for Mac Lineweaver.
5-man front, Indians.
JT Harris in motion, fake to him. Mac throws down the left side.
Perfect.
Catch made on the run and into the end zone. Jalen Donaldson, touchdown Trojans.
He beat Cooper Glaze. That was a beautiful throw by Mac. Crossing pattern, had a couple of steps. Now you're seeing the Trojans I remember.
Touchdown Donaldson, his 2nd of the season.
Perfect pass, wasn't it?
It was right on the money on the skinny post. And on the kick, the extra point, Jaden Boye with Cohen Fiafi. The snapping, Mac Lineweaver holds, and the process is complete. 9-7. Trojans on the board. 1:40 in the first quarter. Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after this timeout.
A minor accident can turn into a major hassle. Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers auto insurance with a combination of service, price, and protection. Shaylin's office is located at 2000 Precinct Line Road, Suite 100, and you can reach her at 817-788-1999. Details available at ShaylinClark.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Keller Indians Football Nation, UIL 4-6A Bright Lights Football 2025 is here worldwide. You can make it possible for family, former students, athletes, players, and fans to follow the Indians and receive shout-outs or business ads by sponsoring the broadcast. You can call or text John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfro@att.net.
Here's the kick.
Jaden Boye, another high, short kick, ran up, fielded, and bobbled by the up man at the 30, Bradley McCroskey, and he just hovers over it and controls it.
I think he's thinking about those big Trinity Trojans coming down.
He was definitely bracing for impact. A lot of loose footballs in this first quarter. Still a minute 34 to play in the opening quarter. And Keller will start their fourth possession on their own 30. Trips to the left for Brock Burkett and Timmy Erickson, the running back. Fake to Erickson. Almost dangerous. He came down after the hit from Caleb Adam. The Rover safety, 5'11", 170 senior.
Momentum definitely shifting in this game.
Second and 10. Bunch formation for the Indians. Bodie Davis in motion. Brock Burkett keeps it running right side and jukes a man back inside at the 35. Fighting, wrestling, finally spun and thrown down, but not before he got some valuable extra yardage out to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 8.
Keonsi Kangayu is in at linebacker, Sam linebacker now, 5'11", 205 senior, made that stop among other Trojans. Trojans are bringing the wood now. They're really hitting.
Feels like an important early third down, 3rd 2. Indians on the 38. Joel Harburn at tight end behind left tackle Sean Harris. High snap, handoff, Timmy Erickson hit at the line, falls about a yard, maybe half a yard short of the sticks. 4th and 1.
Punt it Indians.
And now here's the punt unit coming out.
You don't want to give the ball to the Trojans in good field position with that big line.
Took some time, but Keller does send out punter James Wheaton. Trinity not sending anybody back to return, staying in their base defense.
I don't agree with this at all. You got to have a man back.
James Wheaton averages about 45 yards of punt, and it goes to an up man who throws it over the top, and catch made by Quentin Boatner.
See what happens? They got outfoxed by offensive coordinator for the Indians, Tommy Keller. He's known for his tricky plays.
It was Matthew Reagan who caught the snap and tossed it over the top to Quentin Boatner.
I don't know if a guy was back, I don't know if he could have stopped that play, but nonetheless.
A 21-yard pickup, and that is the end of the first quarter. 9-0, or 9-7, excuse me. Keller leads Trinity. As Millennium Sports presentation for 6A Bright Lights Game of the Week. Back after a message.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Earl Wood in Fort Worth today.
When you bundle home...
There's nothing. What does that mean? There's no scores. Games.
We're coming back.
Yeah, I was just saying Our source doesn't have any scores yet, some kind of glitch. We'll get it figured out here in a sec. Go ahead and give us our sponsors, Brendan.
Millennium Sports, the Indians wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors: Origin Bank, South Lake Bank Original, Doty Construction and Real Estate, Danielle and Josh Doty, your home team for any hometown needs. S&B Roofing, exterior and fencing of Keller, Integrity, excellence and respect. Sweet of Keller, the very best you've ever tasted. Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills, Anchor Energy Solar Solutions of DFW. State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. State Farm is for life. Acero Mexican Restaurant of South Lake, Mexican Spirit, American Life.
Here's the play.
Brock Burkett on 1st and 10. Play action, rolling left, looking down the field, throws back across the middle and incomplete off the chest of Brock Meek.
He was just about to be clobbered by Lamal Falia Faga, 5'11", 220, right defensive end. Had to hurry the ball.
For Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth, have a leak, don't freak. Kelly Just CFP with the Ameriprise Financial of Keller. The Alliance Pest of Fort Worth, the Alliance Difference. Author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available on Amazon. And the Harris Ratings Weekly of Corinth and Van Harris. Here's 2nd and 10. Brock Burkett, hands off. Quentin Shropshire off right tackle. Cuts up at the hashes to the 38.
Here's some scores.
3-yard pickup.
Anna 10, Prosper Walnut Grove nothing. 2:39 to play in the first quarter. Prosper 28-0 over McKinney Lions. 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Denton Ryan 16-3 over Azle. 3:48 to play in the first quarter. More after this.
3rd and 7.
Big play. Indians have good field position. They need more points.
Tight bunch. Brock Burkett the pass. Extra men coming for the Trojans. Over the top. Brock looking for Brock Meek and broken up.
That should have been pass interference. Had his arms all over the receiver.
It was Dontrell Johnson, the 5'8", 175-pound senior corner, matched up with the 6'3", 180 Brock Meek.
Argyle 13-7 with 57 seconds to play in the first quarter over Mansfield Summit. Briscoe Lone Star 21-0 over Sherman. Second quarter starting. Haslett, Eaton Eagles, nothing. Trophy Club Byron Nelson 7 at the end of one quarter. Duncanville 14-3 over Lancaster early in the second quarter.
James Wheaton trying to pin the Trojans deep with an angled corner kick straight.
Did they not have anyone back again?
No, defense stayed in their base, and we'll see what this one's marked. And not a great kick actually for James Wheaton, marked at the 21-yard line. A net of 17 yards.
Listed 28-0 over Frisco Independence starting the second quarter. Soto 14-0 over Mesquite Horn. Late first quarter, Denton Broncos trail Keller Fossil Ridge 14-7. Ridge needs that win. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Louisville and Capel tied at 7. 4:35 to go in the first quarter. 7, South Lake 22. 48 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Crooked number for the Dragons. Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Handoff right up the middle. Slipping and breaking a couple of tackles. That is Keandre Dixon out to the 38-yard line, a 17-yard pickup. Keandre Dixon, one of these kind of 3 different running backs the Trojans use, along with J.T. Harris and
what is the time of possession, Brandon?
Zoe Palmore. Trinity's only possessed the ball about 7 minutes. Handoff, J.T. Harris. A 3-yard pickup to the 41.
That offensive line is taken off for the Trojans. Indians needed to shake it up a little bit on D. They came in really strong, but that size differential, 320 pounds a man to 220 for the Indians. Now, Indians do have an extra lineman up there right now. I don't got his name, but I'll get it for you. They're trying to put more beef in the defensive front. Now they bring in the 6th man.
Here's Zoe Palmore at quarterback. Hands off. J.T. Harris wide right with a lot of space. First down across the 50. Thrown out of bounds at the 46 of Keller.
Really hit the hole quick. Very sharp play. What the Indians need right now is a turnover to change this momentum, because they're getting worn down right now. There's no doubt about it.
Second first down of the drive.
I mean, I don't want to play defense against a guy that weighs 100 pounds more than me. I don't think they're trying, though. They're giving it their all.
Zoe Palmore keep it running right the
There you
whole
go.
way. Hit at the line and a no gain.
In on the play. Keaton McGee. Fencing back in there now.
Second and 10.
Who's McGee in there for, Brendan? Do we know? He's made the big play.
That was the secondary.
Three-man rush for the Indians.
Zoe Palmore takes it and runs right up the middle, dancing, juking, and a first down inside the 35.
Taken down by Baron Brown, 6'2", 175. And the Indians got caught that time with a three-man line against a 300-pound offensive line. 6 men blocking. It's 2-on-1 all the way across. They're lucky that quarterback Mac Lineweber did not score, to be honest. Indians are bringing in an extra man every time on the defensive front, trying to shore it up.
And now Mac Lineweaver under center in the I formation. Gives to the fullback, Jaden Hollins. There's a seam, slips a couple tackles. There goes Jaden. 34 yards into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
That's what I'm talking about. That beef on that offensive line is dominating the Indians. Now, they started well, but not right at this moment.
The rushing touchdown for Jaden Hollins, his first of the year. That puts the Trojans on top, 13-9. Here comes an extra point from Jaden Boye. The holder, Garrett Toll, and Cohen Fiafi the snap. Little high, brought down by Garrett, and the extra point is no good. Pushed it to the right. Now with 8:05 in the second quarter, Trojans on top of the Indians, 13-9. Millennium Sports 4 6A Bright Lights Game of the Week returns after this timeout.
S&B Roofing and Exteriors is faith-based, Fletcher family-owned, and fiercely driven, serving Keller and DFW since 2003. We have an exemplary record of installing quality roofing systems for commercial buildings and prestigious specialty homes. Our crew members each have over 10 years experience as certified installers of Owens Corning and Certainteed products. Your roof protects your biggest investment, your home. Call S&B Roofing and Exteriors at 817-281-6433 or see us online at snbroofing.com.
Hot knife through butter, the offensive thrust by the Trinity Trojans. The last couple of times it's been really rough on that front for the Indians, and defensive coordinator Patrick Gow's bringing in some subs, but it's not working so far.
Missed PAT has the score 13-9 with 8:05 remaining in the second quarter.
Indians need some special teams here.
Jaden Boye, end over end, short kick, fielded around the 21-yard line. Blake Danuski, and he is cut down immediately at the 24.
That team speed also, the smaller players showing up. Chase Davis made that stop. You know, when you got a return man, they do one of two things. They run and look for a hole, or they take off. And that time the runner just was looking. There's no time. You either go or they're going to come in and chop your legs out from underneath you. Easier said than done teaching that technique.
This is the worst starting field position for the Indians tonight, and it's on their own 24. Brock Burkett in the shotgun with Timmy Erickson. A fake, pump fake by Brock. Now tries to tuck and run. And
oh, man, he had a man wide open down the field across the middle. And he did not release, and I don't know why.
Brock did manage a yard, so not a sack.
I'm not sure who that player was. I didn't get him, but he was coming across the middle. He was open.
2nd and 9. Trips to the left side for Brock. Hands off to Quentin Shropshire, trying to find something off the right side, but the Trojans hold it down. That's Timmy Erickson for the no gain. Actually called a loss of a yard and a 3rd and 10. Quentin Shropshire back in for Timmy Erickson.
That last play, the Indians are doing it again this time. Huge splits between the center guard and the tackle on the right side.
3rd and 10. Play action. Brock Burkett, shoulder fake. Wants a deep ball down the left side for Bodie Davis. Catch made at the 30. Bodie trying to fight his way, staying on his feet at the 10. He's held up there. Play still going, now blown dead. As Trojans.
Believe it or not, is had to hold up. If he didn't have to hold up, he would have scored. But all the credit to Brock Burkett looping it in there. Beautiful pass.
See, they marked it officially. Go to the 8-yard line. A pickup of 68 yards.
Doesn't mean a thing if they don't put it in now, though. Great play, but you have to score against the Trojans because they're going to score also.
.625 counting in the first half. 1st and goal, Quentin Shropshire, the running back. Belt high snap, Brock to pass, and play blown dead. I think timeout from Keller came first. And indeed, with 6:09 in the 2nd quarter, Keller takes their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. And we'll take it with them. 13-9, Trinity leads Keller. Millennium Sports 468 Bright Lights Game of the Week returns after a timeout.
There are many swimming pool repair companies, but TX Aqueduct specializes in pool leak detection. With our knowledge, experience, and equipment, your leak will be found and fixed properly. Leaking pools and water lines cause expensive excess water consumption. TX Aqueduct professionals will stop your money from going down the drain. Call TX Aqueduct at 817-727-7579. That's 817-727-7579. We are ready.
Tune to like and subscribe to the Millennium Sports Network DFW YouTube channel. Get alerts every time we go live with our Bright Lights Game of the Week every week. You watch us on your smartphone, on your Roku, your tablets. Take us with you anywhere. Indians trailing 13-9. They have 1st and goal on the Trojan 8. Trojans defense just now back onto the field. Keller offense awaits. Quentin Shropshire. A lot of Trojans around the line of scrimmage. Play action, Brock rolling left under pressure, flips it out, Bradley McCroskey wide open, turns upfield, takes a big hit, but scores. Touchdown Indians.
How about that?
2nd touchdown catch of the night for Bradley McCroskey, the 6'3", 195-pound senior tight end. He's got 4 on the season now, and the Indians lead 15-13. With 5:59 in the first half. Enzo Fartuo on for the extra point. Jacob just hold, Kaysen Stoner snap. Clean snap, clean
Ooh.
hold.
Nah, there's a penalty marker. I think they came in and hit the holder.
Kick
They almost blocked that.
Kick was good, but we'll wait for the marker. Our referee, Kelly Martinez. Oh, the hold on the Indians. Well, it's initially with Kelly Martinez said. Now he's checking with the officials again.
Going to repeat the attempt. This will be a long field goal now.
And now the extra point becomes a 30-yarder for Enzo Fartua, who is usually just the used for point afters. And yeah, now they switch. Enzo comes out. It's Connick Whitmire in for the extra point. Connick with the career long of 36 from straight away. But snap and hold, and off the upright, no good.
Almost blocked again from this side. They're not blocking that corner man over here. That time for Trinity, it was John Meredith coming in, the 6'3" cornerback, 190 pounds, being recruited by UT, Bama, and OSU.
So both teams have missed an extra point. 5:59 in the first half. 15-13. Keller leads Trinity. We'll go ahead and keep it here with teams coming on for the kickoff. So the missed PAT. Has us at a odd score, 15-13. And you talk about penalties being a factor. A penalty took a point off the board for the Indians.
You know, we're thinking about keys to victory. Something we talked about was field position and penalties before this game. We don't have the penalty yardage, but I'm trying to recall on penalties. Have you got anything on that, Brendan? Is that we thought that might make a difference in this game.
Right, and so far this game, that's just the second.
I know, very clean.
Like Whitmire sends it away. High end over end short, bounces at the 21. Now fielded by JT Harris, coming back near side at the hashes and take it down at the 35-yard line.
I want to tell you, those Trinity Trojans are hitters. Every play I see them coming in and laying the wood. They're trying to dominate Keller by, you know, being bullies out there. Then they're big enough to be bullies. They're not doing any dirty hits. It's just good, hard, rugged football.
Oh, Mac Lineweaver, the 6 foot, 190-pound junior quarterback, back in the shotgun. Hands off, running wide, near side. Keandre Dixon, a lot of room, turns up 40, 50, down the near sideline, wrestled at the 35 by a group of Indians, enough for a big pickup of 30 yards.
Dixon finally taken out of bounds by 14 Baron Brown at the Keller 35-yard line.
Back and forth we go.
Gain of 30 yards for Dixon. First and 10. Trojans.
Keandre, the 6'1", 185-pound senior, also starts on defense. He's the deep
Five-man
back.
front.
Rolling right, Mac Lineweaver throws, has a man open at the sticks, catch made. Turning up the far sideline, Jaden Donaldson. He picks up 20 yards to the 15.
Donaldson, 6'2", 173 pounds.
Trojans just covered 50 yards in the last two plays. JT Harris, the running back. High snap, give to Harris, running wide left. He has a lot of speed, a lot of room, and a touchdown.
And a lot of holding not being called on that side. That's the way it goes. The second play I've seen over there. The lead blocker's going out and grabbing a hold of the guy in front of him, no call.
15-yard touchdown run for JT Harris, puts Trinity back on top, 19-15. With 4:40 remaining in the first half, and looks like the Trojans want to try to get the point back as Mac Lineweaver and the offense stay out for a 2-point try. Under center, Mac Lineweaver fake, end around, coming to the far side, around the corner. Zoe Palmore is in.
Again, the two tight end look is messing up the defense for Keller. They did not pursue that. They did not set the edge on the far side, and it's 2 points for the Euless Trinity Trojans.
They are up 21-15 with 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. More Keller Indians football on the Williams Sports Network after this timeout. Of possessions already in this game. Keller about to get it for the 6th time in this first half. Trojans have had 5 possessions themselves. Cash, Erdman, and Bodie Davis deep to return.
Trinity's done a good job of kicking the ball in a position. It's very hard for Keller to return it. Here we go again.
Yep, to Bradley McCroskey on the far side. The tight end comes up to 25 and tripped up there to the 29. It'll give him the 30.
A lot of team speed on the special teams, on the kickoff team especially for the Trinity Trojans.
We've had 3 consecutive touchdown drives between the two teams. Trojans scored on the 34-yard Jaden Hollins touchdown run. Then Keller scored on the Bradley McCroskey 8-yard touchdown catch. Trinity bounced right back in 3 plays where JT Harris ran in from 15 yards out. And here are the Indians back on the attack.
Trojans defense spread out.
Handoff going up the middle. That's Quentin Shropshire for a minimal gain of 2.
What's the rushing, Brennan, for Keller at this point?
Keller's run for just 15 yards.
That won't do it.
Well, the Trojans are well over 100. Second and 8 after a 2-yard pickup. Bodie Davis in motion. Play action. Brock Burkett throws from near far side, almost intercepted. He's looking for Bradley McCroskey in the flat.
Almost intercepted by the Trojans, Caleb Adam, number 8.
Keller came in running 178 yards rushing on offense, 15 in this game. And that's the difference. They gave him that 50 pounds a man on their offensive line to the defensive front for the Trojans.
Clock stopped at 3:50 in the second quarter. 3rd and 8 for Keller. Quentin Shropshire remains the running back. Brock Burkett, pressure coming, throws, batted down. He had 2 Trojans right in his face.
Wow. They're really putting it to him, Brendan.
Yeah, like I said, there was 2 Trojans in there. I know one of them was Simi Naupito, the 6'1", 240-pound sophomore defensive end.
And this time the Trojans will have a man back at the 35-yard line to return the punt.
And that's Zoe Palmore deep to return. James Wheaton, the punter, stands on his 20.
3 yards and 3 attempts.
Line drive punt, bounces in front of Palmore at the 30, picks it up at the 25, dancing around across the 30 and tackled by the Tribe of Indians at the 33.
Indians have got to find some way to stop the Trojans on this drive or it's going to be a really long game. Down 21-15.
Trinity gets the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred. 3:32 remaining in this first half. Trinity has all 3 timeouts. Keller has 2.
Keller with a 5-man front.
And Trinity saw something they didn't like. The Trojans take a timeout with 3:32 in the first half and a 21-15 lead for the Trojans. Millennium Sports presentation, 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week, turns after a timeout.
Since 1963, the Harris Ratings Weekly has provided Texas high school football coaches and fans complete rating services, including the power ratings for all UIL football teams, from 2A to 6A, with the top 10 rankings and the point differentials for each game each week. For more information, call Harris Ratings Weekly and Van Harris at 940-498-5176. That's 940-498-5176. And they're online at harrisratings.com. Harris Ratings Weekly, another proud supporter of Millennium Sports football broadcasts.
.332, 1st and 10.
Indians in a 3-man rush.
Zoe Palmore, the quarterback, takes it and flags before the snap. False start.
That's fortunate because I think that would have been about an 80-yard run, 70-yard run because there's a big hole over there. It's just number of bodies blocking that weigh 330 pounds against 3 guys for the Indians who weigh 220. And Patrick Gow's trying to mix it up, but he's been burned on that 3-man front. He's in it again.
154 yards on the ground in this first half so far for the Trojans. Keandre Dixon leads the way with 59 of them. First and 15, Mac Lineweaver under center. Turns, play action. And that was a short run off the right side and just getting back to the original line of scrimmage after the short pass and coming up with a little hobble.
Yeah, that was a big play there by Freddie Adama. Came from his nose tackle and went out there 6 feet, 215, a senior. That's great pursuit.
It's Trent Turner, the backup fullback, on the 5-yard pickup.
3-man front again.
Shotgun for Mac Lineweaver. Wants the deep ball down the middle and overshot everyone. Was looking for Garrett Toole.
Down there defensively was James Middleton, who's backup free safety this week. He's also the cornerback. He plays both ways, I'm kidding. On the depth chart, that was a good play.
He's that backup free safety. It's such an important spot for that Indians defense when you're the lone deep man. Normally handled by Baron Brown. 3rd and 10 under center. Mac Lineweaver hands off. JT Harris up the middle with a hole. Cuts sideways at the 40 and comes up 2 yards short. Looks like he might have had it before. Tried to bounce outside.
They'll go for it.
4th and 2 and substitutions, but not before. Coach Carl Strelo and the Indians take a timeout. 2:24 remaining in the
keep
first
it here.
half.
They had a sub coming in there. That's Alongi. Is it Tongi? 400 pounds coming in to block on this play.
Yeah, I see that the 6'1", 400-pound senior. I saw him come down the field as well, and I think that's what Coach Strelo saw as well. That's why he called timeout. He mentioned that in our pregame, the Indians have some different packages to try to combat when the Trojans go to this jumbo look.
Hey, if they can stop him here, they'll have a little over 2 minutes to play and a chance to get maybe a field goal if nothing else. But let's watch number 79. He's going over to the lineup on the right side.
It's 4th and 2 yards.
Unbalanced line right.
Turn, a handoff. JT Harris behind that right side. Hit initially. Second effort spinning. Third effort moving the pile.
Yeah, he has the first down.
Yeah, the Indians were celebrating. They had him stopped, but the play was still going. And JT Harris got just enough.
They didn't run behind the big boy. They came the other side. 2:15 to go in the first half. Clock rolling now.
Coming up on the 2-minute timeout. See if the Trojans snap it first. Keller late, rotating. But they're able to get off in time because Trinity lets it go down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Trojans with the lead, 21-15. They also have the football, 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard lines. Millennium Sports presentation of 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week turns after this timeout.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of this Bright Lights Game of the Week football game. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfrow@att.net.
Quick score is Prosper 28, Kenny nothing in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Prosper Walnut Grove Wildcats trailing Anna 10-0. Most of these scores I'm pulling up are routes. Here's one. Justin Northwest hanging in there with South Lake Carroll 22-7 starting the second quarter. Allen Park 24-3 over Joshua at halftime. Here we go.
1st and 10, Matt Lineweaver in the shotgun. Hands off JT Harris.
Oh, no.
Big hole off the right side. 50, 40, down the far sideline, turning on the Jets. Slips Baron Brown's tackle and scores. 57 yards for JT Harris.
Goodbye.
Second rushing touchdown for JT Harris tonight. Gives him 4 on the year.
They turn off the lights when he scores.
It makes the score 27-15. Trojans up 2 scores, pending the extra points.
Like I said, could be lights out in this game. I know that Keller gets the ball the second half, but they haven't been able to move it at all. Recently, they started the game well. They had one drive, but 27. Unsportsmanlike.
Looks like Keller elected to take it on the kickoff. A minute 44 remaining in the first half. And a timeout taken by Trinity.
Let's keep it here. So, Something weird going on with these scores we're getting, Brandon. They're coming in extremely late.
I see a change. Southlake, just Northwest, not keeping it close anymore. It's 43-7 Southlake with 2 minutes in the second quarter. Allen up 35-0 at half on Plano West. The Richland Royals up 28-13 on Granbury. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Back home, Trophy Club Nelson 7. Eagles have eaten nothing early in the second quarter. Here we go, Walnut Grove now. 17-14 Anna over Walnut Grove just for half.
Denton Ryan 23-3 advantage over Azle. 2 minutes in the first half. So after the touchdown, offense stays out for another 2-point try for the Trojans, trying to make it a 14-point lead. Zoe Palmore in at quarterback. He keeps it on the read option, but runs into a wall of gold jerseys.
Defense. A lot of gold jerseys coming in there late. Hopefully they won't get a penalty.
And that puts the score 27-15.
I believe that was Freddie Otema that made that play, Brendan. The nose tackle.
Keeps it a 12-point game with 1:39 remaining in the first half. The Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after this timeout.
Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers the State Farm Steer Clear Young Drivers Awareness Program for drivers under the age of 25, designed to reinforce the fundamentals of safe driving. You can reach Shaylin at 817-788-1999. Details available at ShaylinClark.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Minute 39 in the half. We'll see what the Indians can do on offense. One timeout for both teams. Keller scored in their first possession in the game after the big Cash Erdman kick return all the way to the 21-yard line of the Trojans.
S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing halftime show coming.
Jaden Boye kick it away after the unsportsmanlike penalty, kicking it off from his own 25-yard line. So one of those short kicks could really put the Indians in strong field position. And not before we have a final timeout from Trinity, their last of the half. With a minute 39 remaining, they'll talk over this kickoff plan. Millennium Sports and the Indians wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors: Origin Bank of Southlake, Odie Construction and Real Estate, Danielle needs, S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing of Keller, Integrity, Commitment, Excellence, Respect. Keller, the very best you've ever tasted. Property Management of North Richland Hills, Anchor Energy Solar Solutions of Fort Worth, State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. State Farm is for life. Acero Mexican Restaurant Southlake, Mexican Spirit American Life, Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth, Gelly Just CFP with the Ameriprise Financial of Keller. And here's the kickoff from Justin Boye after the timeout. And he'll boot it deep, end over end. Bodie Davis far side on the 19. Drawing up the middle, hit hard right around the thigh by Chase Davis.
Wow, lucky he didn't get a broken leg that time. Helmet on leg.
Chase Davis on defense and a couple times on special teams. He covers a lot of grounds. First and 10, a minute 34 in the half. Indians on their own 35. Brock Burkett with Timmy Erickson in the backfield. A fake. Brock wants to pass. Loads up deep across the middle. Catch made. Bodie Davis at the Trojan 45.
Number 6, Bodie Davis at the Trojan 45-yard line. First and 10, Keller.
20-yard pickup. No huddle. Trojans weren't set defensively. Brock to pass. Flushed out to his left. Tucks it and runs out of bounds for a pickup of about a yard.
Sideline runs out of bounds. Chased out by number 7, Gordon Movatow.
Clock stops at a minute 12.
Gain of 1 on the play for Burkett. Second down.
Trinity in an umbrella defense down deep.
Quentin Shropshire, the running back on this 2nd and 9 play. Burkett, a play pump fake left, throws down the sideline, incomplete, and taking a big hit.
Yeah,
And the
that's
late
a
flag.
penalty marker, and he deserves it.
As Brock Meek is still hunched over on the sideline, it was Chance Davis on the hit. It was right in front of the Indian sideline.
He's up and moving, though. Good.
Clock is stopped at 1:06 as officials discuss.
I'll tell you this. Trojans are really hitting in this game. They have been the last 2 quarters of half of the last 2 quarters. They are really hitting. Very impressive.
And this one might have costed him, though. The long discussion.
Well, I don't think they can get him for targeting. He's a blindside hit, but we'll see what they say. Who's our referee, Brendan?
Kelly Martinez leading this fourth crew.
Here he comes out of the Dallas chapter. Taking his sweet time. Oh, targeting. Targeting. Is he ejected?
15-yard penalty against the Trojans, and move the ball inside to the 30-yard line.
I think after
They gave the
one
thumb.
targeting.
They gave the thumb. That means you're out of the game. Now they may review it.
Chase Davis is still on the field. He's the safety on the far side at the Trojan 17.
The official gave the targeting sign.
The 15 yards for the Indians put him down at the 29. with
Carl
1:06.
Stalo is talking over there to the official, the line judge over there.
And now a timeout from an official timeout. That was from the head line judge, David Fields, right here on the Trojan sideline. As he had Coach Aaron Lineweaver in his ear. Now the line judge, Ty Fair, runs back to the far side.
4-man front for the Indians to put on a rush this play. I mean a block, not a rush. Potentially 5.
Setting up a screen to the left with Cash Erdman coming back middle, wrapped up, thrown down after a gain of 4 to the 25.
Cash Erdman, Gordon Movatow with the tackle. Ball at the 20.
Just one timeout for Keller, keeping it for now. Clock rolling, 50 seconds.
Too much time.
Two receivers each way. Quentin Shropshire in the backfield. Brock Burkett drops back, rolls out to his left, tucks it and runs out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At the 25. Third down and 6 for Keller.
Third and 6.
Extra linebacker coming in the game, maybe a rush end for the Trojans.
34 seconds stopped on the clock.
Jace Freeman over on the right side.
It's the tight end Joel Harbor in motion. Direct snap, Brock Burkett rolling right, a run the whole way. Flag flies, he has a first down, lowering the shoulder, powerful run inside the 15. Another flag flies at the end of the play.
Trojan helmets on the 25-yard line.
We need a trendy administrator at the front gate, please. We need a trendy administrator.
The Trojan that lost his helmet was Demarion Hall, the 5'10", 190-pound senior Mike linebacker.
That was an authoritative run by Brock Burkett. They're run all the way.
I think one thing we know about Brock, going back to how much we've seen him even for the Keller Indians baseball team, is he'll play with some emotion. I think after seeing his receiver take that big hit a couple minutes ago, kind of fired him up. We had 3 flags and an official throw his hat.
Personal foul, legal hands to the face on the offense, number 6. Then we have personal foul, legal participation, number 23 on the defense.
Illegal participation. What is that? He came off the bench and made a tackle?
It's almost what it sounded like, but he was the one that lost his helmet. So
okay.
He was trying to make the tackle without.
So offsetting penalties.
Well, remaining 3rd and 6 on the 25.
1 timeout remains for the Keller Indians.
Back sets on the left hash.
Press coverage on the near side.
That's Ralph Crosby. Brock Burkett drops back. Pressure coming. Delivers across the middle. Intercepted. Undercutting it was Chance Davis. Across the 35 on the return. Taken down. Wrestled out of bounds by Brock Burkett. The flag flies on that as there's scrum and fighting happening here on the Trojan sideline. Right at midfield.
They were on top of Brock Burkett. Brock telegraphed that pass all the way, looked right at the receiver. It was easy to see it coming. A mistake.
Chase Davis, who was tagged with the targeting penalty earlier, comes up with the interception. That's why I was mentioning the emotion that Brock Burkett can play with. He had him out of bounds and picked up Chase Davis and slammed him down on the tackle. Brock is as physical as a quarterback you'll see. There's 7 seconds on the clock. We'll get all this sorted out.
Yeah, but the problem is now that Trinity's going to have good field position with the ball in Indian territory, they could probably get 2 plays out of it. Brock made 2 mistakes here. He targeted where he was throwing the ball, and then he came in and picked up the guy and threw him down out of frustration. If that's right, I don't know if it's right, but I know the first part of it's right. Yeah, dead ball.
That's sportsmanlike on Brock Burkett. We'll see where they officially spot the ball. It was all around midfield. 15 yards will be up to It'll be the 33-yard line.
So the Trojans have 2 plays to run probably. Or they could just go deep twice.
The long for kicker Jaden Boye, 35 yards. Seven seconds, 1st and 10, no timeouts for the Trojans. Mac Lineweaver takes up. And intercepted, falling back at his 1-yard line by James Middleton. Receiver on that far side ran a stop. Mac Lineweaver threw the fade. And the interception at the 1-yard line goes on your stat sheet, but doesn't hurt you, as that takes us to the end.
Welcome to the S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing of Keller halftime show.
As we start out of Keller halftime. First half, or thanking our sponsors, Keller Indians and Millennium Sports wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors, Origin Bank of Southlake, Bank Original, Doty Construction and Real Estate, Danielle and Josh Doty, your hometown team for any hometown needs. S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing of Keller, integrity, commitment, excellence, respect. Sweet Frog Premium Yogurt of Keller, the very best you've ever tasted. Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills, Anchor Energy Solutions of Fort Worth, State Farm Agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst, State Farm is for life. Acero Mexican Restaurant Southlake, Mexican Spirit American Life. For Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth, have a leak, don't freak. Kelly Chust CFP with Ameriprise Financial of Keller. Alliance Pest of Fort Worth, the Alliance Difference, Quality, Care, and Community. Author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available on Amazon. And the Harris Ratings Weekly of Corinth and Van Harris. And we'll go through that first half scoring, 27-15. Trinity leads, and Keller had the ball first. They went 5 plays, 21 yards, capped off by Bradley McCroskey, 3-yard touchdown catch from Brock Burkett, made it 7-0 Keller. Then Trinity would have to punt from their own zone. The punt would be blocked, and for safety, they put the Indians up 9-0. Following Trinity possession, 8 plays, 93 yards, and 3 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock for Jalen Donaldson's 32-yard touchdown catch. That made the score 9-7 Keller. Then Trinity will take the lead on their next possession. 6 plays, 3 minutes, 2 seconds off the clock. 34-yard touchdown run for Jaden Hollins, 13-9. Trinity had the lead. They missed the point after. Then Keller, just 3 plays to go 66 yards, and the 68-yard 8-yard touchdown pass to Bradley McCroskey from Brock Burkett. Another missed PAT made the score 15-13. And Trinity, a 3-play drive that went 65 yards. JT Harris, a 15-yard touchdown run, and the 2-point conversion put the Trojans up 21-15. And then the final Trojan score of the half, a 6-play drive that went 67 yards, and 57 of it came from the legs of JT Harris. And the failed point after attempt made it 27-15. The score we have now, our first half scoring, brought to you by Origin Bank of Southlake. When we return on the S&B Roofing, Exterior, and Fencing of Keller halftime show, we'll go through our first half stat board, brought to you by State Farm Agent Shaylin Clark. 27-15 Trojans over the Indians at half. Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after this timeout.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of this Bright Lights Game of the Week. S&B Roofing and Exteriors is faith-based, Fletcher family-owned, and fiercely driven, serving Keller and DFW since 2003. We have an exemplary record of installing quality roofing systems for commercial buildings and prestigious specialty homes. Our crew members each have over 10 years' experience as certified installers of Owens Corning and CertainTeed products. Your roof protects your biggest investment, your home. For help, call S&B Roofing and Exteriors at 817-281-6433 or see us online at snbroofing.com.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Daniel Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate, a boutique brokerage in Southlake, Texas, serving surrounding areas. The Doty team provides luxury services for every price point, with diligence, distinction, and devotion, staying on top of pricing trends and local dynamics. A proud mother of 5 Keller kids, Danielle Doty prioritizes giving back to the community. Go Indians!
S&B Roofing and Exteriors is faith-based, Fletcher family-owned, and fiercely driven, serving Keller and DFW since 2003. We have an exemplary record of installing quality roofing systems for commercial buildings and prestigious specialty homes. Our crew members each have over 10 years' experience as certified installers of Owens Corning and CertainTeed products. Your roof protects your biggest investment, your home. For help, call S&B Roofing and Exteriors at 817-281-6433 or see us online at snbroofing.com.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Daniel Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate, a boutique brokerage in Southlake, Texas, serving surrounding areas. The Doty team provides luxury services for every price point, with diligence, distinction, and devotion, staying on top of pricing trends and local dynamics. A proud mother of 5 Keller kids, Danielle Doty prioritizes giving back to the community.
S&B halftime show, S&B Roofing, Exterior, and Fencing of Keller. It is 27-15 at half. Trinity on top of the Indians. Our first half stat board brought to you by State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. Stats for the first half, visiting Keller Indians, 154 total yards of offense, 138 through the air, and 16 on the ground. Keller averaging 8.1 yards per pass, and they've thrown one interception, 2 interceptions that is. There are only 2 turnovers, and the 16 rushing yards on 11 attempts. That's just 1.5 yards per carry. 2 penalties for 25 yards on the Indians. For the Trojans, 309 total yards of offense, 88 through the air, averaging 12.6 yards a pass, 221 rushing yards in the first half for Trinity on 20 attempts, 11 yards per pop. 3 penalties on the Trojans for 35 yards. They had one first half turnover on the fumble on the kick return, on their first kick return of the game early in the first quarter. Individual, Brock Burkett, 8 of 17, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's carried the ball 4 times for 10 yards. Matthew Reagan, 1 for 1, 20 yards. He had the fake punt, pop pass, snapped it to him on the up man. And then, again, the rushing tough for the Indians. 4 carries for 8 yards for Quentin Troy, for -2 yards for Timmy Erickson. Receiving leaders, Bodie Davis, 4 catches, 95 yards, no touchdowns. Quentin Boatner, the backup or the starting middle linebacker, has the second most receiving yards for the Indians. He had a 20-yard catch. Bradley McCroskey, 3 catches, 19 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Cash Erdman had a 4-yard catch on a screen play. For Euless Trinity, Mac Lineweaver, 5 of 7, 88 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Zoe Palmore, 0 for 1. JT Harris, leading rusher, 102 yards on 8 carries, 12.8 yards a rush, and 2 touchdowns for the future Texas State Bobcat. Keandre Dixon, 5 carries, 59 yards. He's averaging 12 yards a carry himself. Jaden Hollins, the fullback, 37 rushing yards on 2 carries and a touchdown. Zoe Palmore has 19 yards on 3 rushes. That's 6 yards a carry. Trent Turner, the backup fullback, had a 4-yard carry. And Mac Weaver, no yards on a carry. Jalen Donaldson, the lead receiver, 3 catches, 70 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Hollins added in a 13-yard grab. And Trent Turner, a 5-yard catch. Our first half stat board brought to you by State Farm agent Shaylin Clark. We'll take the timeout on S&B Roofing, Exterior, and Fencing of Keller halftime show. When we return, we'll look at our scoreboard. Other Texas high school football scores in the area, brought to you by Origin Bank of DFW. 27-15, Trinity leads Keller at the half.
A minor accident can turn into a major hassle. Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers auto insurance with a combination of service, price, and protection. Shaylin's office is located at 2000 Precinct Line Road, Suite 100, and you can reach her at 817-788-1999. Details available at ShaylinClark.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Is your sky-high monthly energy bill causing sleepless nights? Anchor Energy has cost-effective solutions to save you up to 25% with no upfront cost solar solutions. We know what you're facing. Go to anchor.energy for a free consult with either David or Brian. Your solution to a better future is waiting now at anchor.energy. That's anchor.energy. S&B Fence is faith-based, family-owned, and fiercely driven. Driven to make a difference in our clients, community, and industry. Beyond roofing, we offer premium exterior services for your home, specializing in fencing, gutters, siding, painting, Christmas lights, and more. We have served the DFW area for over 20 years and are licensed and insured. Make your biggest investment, your home's exterior, more beautiful, safe, and secure. For help, call S&B Fence at 817-281-8733 or see us online at snbfence.com.
And now time to look at our scoreboard, brought to you by Origin Bank DFW here at Pennington Field, HEBISD, Hearst, Euless, Bedford Stadium. 27-15, Trinity leads, but let's look around, see what else is happening in Texas high school football tonight. You have the Denton Riders of Azle Hornets, 23-3 at halftime. North Crowley all over Weatherford, 42-7 at half. Argyle hosting Mansfield Summit Jaguars, and Argyle on top 19-14 at halftime. Byron Nelson with a 21-3 advantage hosting VR Eaton Eagles. That's a District 4 6A game. Duncanville 21, Lancaster Tigers 3 at halftime. 6 minutes in the second quarter. South Oak Cliff, the Golden Bears 35, Dallas Wilson Wildcats scoreless. Arlington Seguin Cougars 20, Colleyville Heritage Panthers 14 at half. DeSoto Eagles 29, Mesquite Horn Jaguars 13 at halftime. A Keller friend, the Keller Fossil Ridge Panthers on top of the Denton Broncos 21-14 at halftime. Here's a low halftime score. Denton Braswell Bengals 6, Flower Mound Jaguars 0. Arlington Martin Warriors trail the Haltom Buffalo at half 20-12. The Capel Cowboys lead Louisville Fighting Farmers 27-14 at the half. Halftime at Southlake, the Dragons 43 advantage over Northwest. Halftime Allen 35, Plano West 0. You also have at the half Highland Park 24, Joshua 3. And another halftime score, the Richland Royals a 2-touchdown lead, 35-20 on top of Granbury Pirates. Some other nearby scores, Dallas Jesuit 42, Irving MacArthur 7. That was a final from yesterday, as well as Saginaw with a 41-38 victory over Fort Worth Paschal. Chisholm Trail 49, Fort Worth South Hills 6. That's a final score from yesterday. Halftime, Mansfield Lake Ridge 21, Crowley 7. Arlington Seguin 20, Colleyville Heritage Panthers 14 with 15 seconds left in the first half. Close game not too far from this one over at Birdville. The Hawks 21, Brewer Bears 20 at half. And finally our friends over at Fort Worth Arlington Heights, the Yellow Jackets a 48-16 halftime lead over Fort Worth Wyatt. And that is a look at our scoreboard brought to you by Origin Bank DFW. Time for another break on the S&B Roofing, Exterior, and Fencing of Keller halftime show. We'll return. Me and John will talk a little bit more about District 4 6A and the outlook on the rest of the season. 27-15, Trinity leads the Indians. Millennium Sports presentation, Bright Lights 4 6A game of the week, turns after a timeout.
For a sweet and healthy birthday, holiday parties, or post-game, the Sweet Frog of Keller has a great covered patio. Located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. All the best delicious premium frozen yogurt and toppings. Dine in or take out. Sweet Frog of Keller caters. Order online at sweetfrog.com or call 682-590039 for party reservations. Danielle Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate in her hometown of Southlake, Texas. The Doty Real Estate team prioritizes our clients' needs, goals, and overall experience. Danielle and husband Josh of Doty Construction both serve Keller. All 5 of their kids are future Keller Indians. Nobody knows Keller like the Dotys, your home team for your hometown. For a sweet and healthy birthday, holiday parties, or post-game, the Sweet Frog of Keller has a great covered patio. Located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. All the best delicious premium frozen yogurt and toppings. Dine in or take out. Sweet Frog of Keller caters. Order online at sweetfrog.com or call 682-593-0039 for party reservations. Enjoy the game.
If you or a friend have experienced a significant life loss, get the booklet Walking Through the Valley of Grief by author James C. Bivens. This booklet shares biblical help and is written and designed to help you successfully deal with grief. Walking Through the Valley of Grief is available online at Amazon.com. That's Walking Through the Valley of Grief. Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of this Bright Lights Game of the Week football game. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfrow@att.net.
S&B Roofing, Exterior, and Fencing of Keller brings you this halftime show. And now a look at District 4 6A, brought to you by Macero Southlake. We talked about first place running away with the district title once again is Southlake Carroll. They're 5-0 on their way to 6-0. They knock off Northwest tonight. They're up by 35 at the half. And then Carroll will wrap up the season at LD Bell, and then against Central. Their bye week is the final week, so they don't have a game after Halloween. Byron Nelson sits in second place, 3-1 district record. They are on top of VR Eaton tonight, 21-3 at halftime. Then they go at Northwest versus LD Bell, and then at Keller Central for their last remaining game. So Byron controls their own destiny to the 2 seed. Southlake running away with the 1 seed. And then everything tightens up here about 3 through 7. LD Bell sits in third place. They're 3-2 in district play, but they're off tonight. Or no, they lost to Keller Central yesterday. Next week, they host Southlake. Then they go to Byron Nelson. And then the big game here at Pennington Field, the matchup between always the last game of the regular season between Trinity and LD Bell.
That'll be a big one.
Currently sitting in fourth place, this is still very impressive to me, Coach Eric Vance of the Keller Central Chargers sitting in fourth with a 3-3 district record. They are on their bye week next week, but then they go to Southlake and host Byron for their final 2.
That's probably tough. They're not going to beat Southlake. I don't know about Byron. I think that Central has a good team. Eric Vance has done a great job with them. He's building them stronger all the time, Brendan.
You know, it had to feel good for him beating LD Bell yesterday. He was the defense coordinator at Bell for numerous years before moving over to Keller Central. Sitting in fifth place right now, the Trinity Trojans. They're 2-2 in district play. They're on top of Keller here, 27-15 at the half. Then they go to VR Eaton. Then they play Northwest and wrap up at LD Bell. Eaton, who sits in the 6th spot right now, trailing Byron Nelson 21-3 at halftime. They play at home against Trinity next week. Then they go to Timber Creek and wrap up the season with Keller. We've been saying for weeks now that Keller VR Eaton matchup
could be it.
On the last week could be win and get in for either team. That brings us to the Keller Indians, currently sitting in 7th place in 4-6A. But after tonight, they host Timber Creek next week. Then they have their bye week for hosting or wrapping up the season at VR Eaton.
Off week in between.
And the last 2 teams, Northwest, they're 1-3 in district play. They're finishing their Southlake game tonight, and they still have got Byron and Trinity on their schedule.
Forget it.
Before ending the season with Timber Creek. And then, hey, those Silver Creek Falcons down there, still looking for their first district win, 0-5. No easy ones coming up. They're on bye this week for going to Keller, then facing VR Eaton and Northwest for Coach Austin Kane and the Falcons. So still a good amount of 4-6A football to be played, a lot to get sorted out. Pretty much all you know so far is Southlake is in at the 1 seed, and Timber Creek and Northwest will likely remain on the outside looking in, but everything in between is up for grabs.
Let's listen to the band just a little.
Sweet Frog Keller serves 21 flavors of premium frozen yogurt, including sugar-free vanilla and cheesecake. Our menu also has dairy and gluten-free, plus sugar-free syrup and select fruits, nuts, candy, and popping boba. Sweet Frog is located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. Open Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 9, and Friday and Saturday, 12 to 10. Sweet Frog of Keller.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Kelly Just CFP with Ameriprise Financial Services in Keller supports our student athletes' academic and off-the-field endeavors. For Kelly, it's just wealth management, utilizing investments and financial planning. You can reach Kelly Just with Ameriprise Financial at 817-581-5545. Enjoy the game.
Sweet Frog Keller serves 21 flavors of premium frozen yogurt, including sugar-free vanilla and cheesecake. Our menu also has dairy and gluten-free, plus sugar-free syrup and select fruits, nuts, candy, and popping boba. Sweet Frog is located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. Open Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 9, and Friday and Saturday, 12 to 10. Sweet Frog of Keller. Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers the State Farm Steer Clear Young Drivers Awareness Program for drivers under the age of 25, designed to reinforce the fundamentals of safe driving. You can reach Shaylin at 817-788-1999. Details available at ShaylinClark.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And the Trojans band of Trinity wrapping up their extravagant halftime performance, all kinds of choreography and visuals. The Indians have been warming up in the far end zone, the blue end zone, painted LD Bell. Trinity's been waiting here on their end zone, the black and red end zone, painted Trinity. Trojans ball to start the second half. Well, let's say it this way, it'll be Keller kicking away to Trinity. Never know with the Indian special teams what they might try. They had a successful fake punt in the first half, even when it felt like the whole Trojans knew it was coming. They didn't send anyone back to return it. They left the base defense out there. Keller snapped it to the up man, Matthew Reagan. He threw a 20-yard pass to Quentin Boatner's outside linebacker to middle linebacker on the completion. Also in the Keller special teams, they had the big kick return from Cash Erdman to start the ball game. Took it all the way, 72 odd yards to the Trojan 21. That set up the first Keller score. Then that ensuing kickoff, Keller kicked it away to Trinity, and the Trojans fumbled it on the return. It felt like and then the next possession, Trinity had it, the blocked punt safety. It was all special teams early, huge advantage for the Indians. They're winning that category, but Trojans have won the offense and defensive side of the ball while they hold the 27-15 lead. We get set for the third quarter. Once again for the Indians, if they want to try to come back in this game, it's going to be another high-scoring game from both sides. That's what Keller football has become this year. Indians average 32 points a game while allowing 35 points a game. Every game is up in this range. And one thing about the Indians this year, all their games are close. Aside from South Lake, they've had 5 one-possession games, with a couple of those by 3 points or fewer. And then aside from the Keller Central win, the Indians won 39-28. That was a game that felt a lot closer than 11 points. Get ready for the second half. Connick Whitmire. Started coming out the kickoff for the Indians, but gotta wait for the lights to come back on. Let the players come into the field.
I thought you said Keller got the ball first in the second half, Brendan.
Never said that. Keller had the ball first possession of the game.
No, we thought Trinity deferred, and they did. That's what happened. There we go. There's the answer. Self-tackleization. Thank you.
Keandre Dixon and Tayshawn Efen deep to return. An onside attempt from the Indians, but scooped up right on top of it at the 50-yard line for the Trojans. On the recovery, Cohen Fiafi.
Covered by number 89, Cohen Fiafia.
That's kind of what I was alluding at. You had the sense that Keller was going to try to get the ball back on this opening kick of the half. The Trojans start with the football at midfield. Mac Lineweaver under center. Single back set. Gives the Keandre Dixon off the left side. And the left guard lowers the shoulder. Up 8 yards on first down.
Behind Bellamy Finau, 6'2", 260 junior. Taking up right where they left off in the first half. 8 yards in the first play in the second half.
It was over 200 rushing yards in the first half for Trinity, 221. They averaged 11 yards a carry. Now a shotgun snap, handoff, Keandre Dixon off the left side, but the Indians swarm immediately into the backfield for no gain.
Leading the charge, number 15, Keaton McGee. 3rd and 2 for Trinity.
3rd and 2. First, Keller subbed in Austin Spivey for Mohamed Mansour, and then they change it and they go right back. Here's 3rd and 2. Hand off to the fullback, going the other way, misdirection. Jaden Hollins inside the Indians 20. And a big gain of 18.
On the stop, Baron Brown.
Fullback Jaden Hollins had himself a ball game. He's 3 carries, 61 yards now. 1st and 10 on the Keller 18, 10-15, 3rd quarter. It's Zoe Palmore in the game at quarterback. Hands off, JT Harris wide to the right, delivers a stiff arm to Jacob Just, and is cut down near the 10. Flag flies on the tackle. Check the marker. The referee, Kelly Martinez. Flag came from the field judge, Jason Pierce.
Holding.
Interesting, he said holding on JT Harris.
He ran with the ball.
He was the ball carrier.
We will replay 1st down. It's now 1st and 13.
So a spot foul makes it 1st and 13 from the 21. JT Harris in the backfield. He receives the full ball, running right, slips the tackle inside the 10, 5, and back pedals into the end zone for his third rushing touchdown of the night. .21-yard rushing touchdown for J.T. Harris. Third touchdown, he's over 120 yards. With 9:38 in the third quarter, Trinity up 33-15. The extra point from Jaden Boye. The lefty kicks it through and makes it 34-15. Trinity lead the Keller Indians with 9:38 remaining in the third quarter. Millennium Sports 4-6-8 Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after this timeout.
Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills offers business suite, multi-tenant commercial, and single-family home rental services in DFW. If you're a landlord who dreads text messages from your tenant, let us buffer interruptions and lose the stress of self-managing. Learn more at perpetualpm.com.
And earlier, that could be is that the first win for Ridge if they can hold on? Second one.
Yeah, that Ridge team under Coach David Ramsey looking like an improving team.
Jaden Boyd, number 17, the kickoff for the Trojans.
Two deep returnmen for Keller. Cash Erdman and Bodie Davis. Cash on the near side, Bodie far at the 5. But Jaden Boye hasn't been kicking it deep very often. A 5-yard run up does give Bodie Davis a chance at his 9. Loses his footing for a moment at the 20. He catches his balance, but right into a sea of Trojans to the 28.
So who's Texas State got tomorrow, Brandon?
The Marshall Thundering Herd.
Oklahoma's got South Carolina. That's their last hope. If they can't win that one, they're going to have a hard time winning another game.
28-yard line, their first possession of the second half.
They could win that game. It depends on if John Mateer, if he's more hurt after Texas beating on him.
Yeah, hoping he's feeling better because he's fun to watch when he had it going.
I agree.
9:27 to play here in the third. It's Brock Burkett in the shotgun, and snap gets by him. Wasn't ready for it, and he slides on top of it at his 5-yard line. And a flag flies for the hit by the Trojan afterwards. Dove on top of Brock, and Brock a little slow to get up.
Bad snap on the play. Ball recovered by the Keller Indians at the 5-yard line. There is a flag down at that point.
Looks like Sir Mims or Jace Freeman, the ones that dive on top of Brock Burkett and the Trojans defense. I think they know it. They're waiting back at the 22-yard line. Seems like every time we've had a flag in this game, though, it warrants heavy discussion.
That is true.
And warming up quickly on the sideline, Matt McCroskey, the backup quarterback, the 6'1", 195 sophomores, taking some snaps and throws in case Brock feels too shooken up.
Personal foul, laid in on the defense. Be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So the 15-yard penalty starts from the original line of scrimmage. It's not back at where Brock recovered the fumble at the 5. It's tacked on from the 28.
Brock wanted to play, and they're taking him off. Working on his shoulder over there. Maybe just getting his shoulder pad straightened out. He got stepped on.
Yeah, so Bradley McCroskey, the sophomore in that quarterback. He had some mop-up time against Southlake a couple weeks ago. He hands off to Quentin Shropshire, trying to come out wide left, slips the first tackler, but nothing more after it, just a yard as another Trojan loses his helmet.
He gives the ball to number 5, Quentin Shropshire.
Sumi Naupoto lost his helmet on the play, so he has to come out for a snap. Matt McCroskey stays in at quarterback on 2nd and 9. Play action, a shoulder fake. He throws it down the left sideline way over the head of Brock Meek.
That's because he was hit when he released the ball. The on-rushing Trinity Trojan. Trying to get his number. He'll turn around. And that was Bukanisi Kangaiku. 5'11", 305, Sam linebacker.
He plays a lot because he plays behind Keandre Dixon, but Keandre plays both ways, so he gets some rest on defense. 3rd and 9 for the Indians.
Rush coming from the right side.
Matt McCroskey drops back
saw
across the middle. Catch made and a big hit delivered, but Bodie Davis stands up strong afterwards with a first down to the Trinity 44.
Hit immediately by 21, Dontrell Johnson, but it is for Keller.
And you've hit on these hits Trinity Trojans deliver.
There's been a couple that were not really right, but most of them are just good, rock solid football plays. They're hitters.
When receivers come across the middle, you always know the risk of what you're running into.
I'm watching Brock Burkett. He's over there combing his hair with his hand.
Krosky to throw on first down, hits Bodie Davis again in the middle of the field, leaps, comes down with it, and wrestled down at the 25 to pick up a 19. Back-to-back catches for Bodie Davis. Gives him 35 more yards. He's up to 130 yards receiving.
Brock Burkett walking on the 50-yard line with his helmet off. So I don't know if they told him he's not coming back.
Matt McCroskey controls this drive. Blitz coming, trying to set it up a swing pass back to the left and incomplete as Matt hinted that play on his backside. Just got rid of it.
Krosky's just a sophomore, so he's the future at the quarterback spot for the Indians.
Does have one passing and one rushing touchdown on the season. 105 passing yards coming into tonight. Again, with I think all of that came in the Southlake game. Played the whole fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. Bodie Davis in motion, gets the quick pitch, running left, but nothing going wide as the Trojans clamp down at the 26 for a loss. Loss of a yard, 7 minutes counting in the third quarter, 34-15. Trinity leads Keller. Quentin Shropshire, the running back, on this 3rd and 11 play. Matt McCroskey throws left side, has a man and overshot his brother Bradley McCroskey.
Bradley McCroskey, number 8. Chase Davis defending for the Trojans.
Incomplete, 4th and 11. And the Indians will trot out Connick Whitmire to attempt a career-long 43-yarder. He's 5 of 6 on the season. Previous career high is 36. Kaysen Stoner to snap, Jacob Just to hold from the left hash. Snap and hold, the kid is left. Leg, but pushed left.
The kick is no good.
43-yard field goal attempt, no good for Connick Whitmire. Trojans will take over on their own 26 with a 19-point lead and 6:34 remaining in the third quarter.
At least Matt McCroskey drove him for, what, 50 or 60 yards.
Yeah, came in and had back-to-back nice throws to Bodie Davis. Feels like it's often when Keller's in trouble, it's where they go. Bodie, the lead receiver for the team. Up to 100 receiving. Here's Zoe Palmer, quarterback for Trinity. Steps up and avoids a sack. Running left, cut off by Barron Brown. Sets up, throws, and incomplete. What an effort that was to even try to get that ball off to.
Yeah, but I'm going to talk about that effort of the defender for Keller. That was James Middleton, 5'10", up, slapped it away.
2nd and 10. Zoe Palmer in the backfield with Keandre Dixon. Trips to the left, tight end to the right. And it's a keeper the whole way for Zoe Palmer across the 30. Drives forward to the 34.
Oh, man.
Late flag in the back, well away from the play, all the way at the Trojan 15.
That's going to be in Valahi Finau, the 6'2", 260-pound junior. He knocked down the Keller player and wouldn't stop.
Yeah, they kept talking to us. Cason Stoner, he was wrestling back there. And as Cason Stoner was walking off, Cohen Fiafi was giving him an earful. And Cohen Fiafi he needs someone to settle him down on the sidelines. He's another dead ball penalty on the Trojans. They've been tagged with a couple of those. Marches them back on the 19.
Now 3rd down and 17.
3rd and 17. Zoe Palmer takes it. Delayed handoff to Keandre Dixon. A lot of room out across the 30 to the 32, but he hit 17. He got about 15.
Well, looks like for Keller over the bench at the 40-yard line, Brock Burkett's got a towel over his head. I guess he's done for the night. Just sitting there.
Yes.
Indians have forced a punt. Got a big rush coming.
And Bodie Davis set up on his 30-yard line. Sir Mims, the punter. High wobbly kick, not very deep, bounces at the Keller 39 and takes an Indian bounce back towards midfield at the 44, downs by a Trojan.
Keller has the ball, 1st and 10 to go. This will be the Indians' 2nd possession of the 2nd half.
That was just the 2nd punt attempt of the night for the Trojans. They had the first one blocked for the safety. Well, Keller with 5:40 in the 3rd quarter on their own 44, trailing 34-15. This is Brock Burkett in the game at quarterback. He throws a screen to Brock Meek to the left side. A couple of blocks, picks up 6 yards to the 50. And there's a Trojan down right there at midfield with 5:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Injury timeout. Millennium Sports presentation, Bright Lights Game of the Week returns in a moment.
Danielle Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate, a boutique brokerage in Southlake, Texas, serving surrounding areas. The Doty team provides luxury services for every price point, with diligence, distinction, and devotion, staying on top of pricing trends and local dynamics. A proud mother of 5 Keller kids, Danielle Doty prioritizes giving back to the community. Go Indians! A minor accident can turn into a major hassle. Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers auto insurance with a combination of service, price, and protection. Shaylin's office is located at 2000 Precinct Line Road, Suite 100, and you can reach her at 817-788-1999. Details available at ShaylinClark.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And just getting up to his feet now with a little bit of help, but walking off under his own power is the senior Mike linebacker, Demarion Hall. Called Demarion's name a handful of times tonight. 5:28 in the third. Brock Burkett and the Indians offense back out, facing a 2nd and 4. Blake Danuski in the backfield and running back. Brock Burkett rolls right, it's under pressure, now tucks and runs. Jukes at the 50 to pick up a first down, lowers the shoulder through a Trojan at the 40.
Nice run. Gets the time on the bench, cleared the cobwebs, and he's ready to go.
Even after taking a big hit earlier, Brock still looking to deliver some punishing blows himself. Just high snap, drops back across the route, caught by Bodie Davis inside the 25, spun out of bounds inside the 20. Pick up a 19 to the 20.
First and 10, Keller, ball at the Trinity, 20-yard line.
Bodie Davis's big night continues. No huddle for the Indians. And that caught Trinity off guard, and the Trojans take a timeout. 4:55 remaining in the third quarter, and a 34-15 Trinity lead. Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after this timeout.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of this Bright Lights Game of the Week football game. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfrow@att.net.
Under 5 to play in the third quarter from Pennington Field.
In Bedford.
They put all the city names on midfield. Hearst, Euless, Bedford, known as the HEB area of the Metroplex. All three of these cities kind of collide right here.
Yeah, it's the home of the HEB grocery stores. Not, it's a bad joke.
Don't let people from San Antonio hear that. The original home of HEB. Keller with a 1st and 10 on the 20. Brock Burkett with pressure coming off the left side, scrambling right, running, lowers the shoulder again just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he was under immediate fire.
Burkett on the keeper gets a yard to the 19-yard line.
Talking about the location of the stadium, right off of 183. In the distance, you can see the Death Star, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Just barely in the horizon.
The Death Star?
Yeah.
It's a good name for it.
2nd and 10. Under pressure, trying to set up a screen back the other way. Brock just kind of throws it away. It was going towards Brock Meek, was almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted by number 8, Caleb Adam.
For once, I agree with Jerry Jones, so I don't want that wabbit coming to Super Bowl halftime. That Wasco Wabbit. Only time I'll agree with Jerry Jones in history.
The Cowboys, they have the Washington Commanders on Sunday.
They're going to get killed. I saw the last game Washington played. They're stronger than garlic.
Blitz picked up. Brock Burkett throws, corner of the end zone, leaping
Yes.
catch made.
Yes.
For the 6'3" junior Brock Meek.
There you go.
Touchdown Indians.
34-21.
A touchdown for Brock Meek. How about that? His first of the year. He's been waiting to get into the end zone. Finally does, and now Keller will go for 2, trailing by 13. This would make it an 11-point game. Timmy Erickson, the running back. Bodie Davis out wide to the left. He motions in. Brock sprints, rolls that way, throws back of the end zone, right back to Brock Meek. And the 2-point conversion is good. Brock Meek responsible for all 8 points. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Makes the score 34-23. Trinity with 3:50 remaining in the third. Keller showing signs of life as Millennium Sports presentation for 6A Bright Lights Game of the Week turns after timeout.
Danielle Doty is the broker-owner of Doty Real Estate in her hometown of South Lake, Texas. The Doty Real Estate team prioritizes our clients' needs, goals, and overall experience. Danielle and husband Josh of Doty Construction both serve Keller. All 5 of their kids are future Keller Indians. Nobody knows Keller like the Dotys, your home team for your hometown.
That was really good show by Brock Burkett. He was knocked out of there. He came back in, drove the team for a touchdown, kept his head about him. Great play.
After coming back from missing a few plays with the big hit he took.
Trinity's lining up like they think there's going to be an onside kick. I wouldn't give the ball to Trinity that part of the field. I'd make them go the distance. They started off the second half with an onside, and look what happened to them.
The Trojans scored it in just 5 plays. We'll see Connick Whitmire, short run up, but a deep kick. End over end, fielded back around the 6-yard line. Tayshawn Efen cuts up numbers at the 20. Flag flies from the backside. We'll check the penalty. From Kelly Martinez, our referee. Holding on the Trojans, so they'll back them up even more.
Holding penalty against the Trojans to move the ball back 10 yards. Ball now at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Trinity. This will be their 3rd possession. Second half.
So the Trojans backed up on their own 12. Chance for the Keller defense to make a play or maybe get the ball back for their offense. 3:40 to play in the third.
5-man front, Keller Indians.
Back Lineweaver turns, hands off. JT Harris coming wide to the near side across the 20.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how far they are, the Trojans still find a way. 88 yards and the 4th touchdown of the night for JT Harris.
That was the worst blown call. There was a holding right in front, and the official stood there and let it go by. No call.
88 yards for JT Harris.
JT's a good runner, isn't he? Wow.
Headed to San Marcos, committed to Texas State. We could use him.
Had a lot of speed.
Makes the score 40-23, and now for the extra point, Jaden Boye. Nice snap, but nicely pulled down by Garrett Toole, and the kick is good. And the Trojans bounce right back after Keller put together a nice touchdown drive and regain an 18-point lead, 41-23, with 3:23 remaining in the second half. In the third quarter, I'll get it. Don't worry. More Keller Indians football in a moment.
S&B Fencing is faith-based, family-owned, and fiercely driven. Driven to make a difference in our clients, community, and industry. We have served the DFW area for over 20 years. Make your biggest investment, your home's exterior, more beautiful, safe, and secure. For help, call S&B Fencing at 817-281-6433 or see us online at snbfencing.com.
By the way, this weekend is the Oktoberfest over at South Lake, and S&B Roofing and Fencing and Exteriors. They have not one, but they have two booths over there. We're going to go over there, my wife Antonia and I, on Sunday and see them.
Oktoberfest in the South Lake Town Center.
At least it's in October, not September.
I agree with that.
They have an Oktoberfest down there at San Marcos.
The big one is in New Braunfels down there.
New Braunfels,
yeah,
okay.
Called Worst Fest.
When is that? Isn't that in the spring?
No.
When is it, do you know?
It's normally in this last week of October.
Last week, October.
Cody Davis and Cash Erdman deep to return. 41-23 Trojans. High short kick from Jaden Boye, fielded in need at the 35-yard line by Brock Meek.
Catch about the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Keller. This will be the Indians' third possession of the second half.
3:23 in the third. Time running out for the Indians.
Oh, this is a long game. 9:30, we still got how much to go? Another quarter.
Game started pretty quick. Just been some of these calls with extracurriculars that's forced a lot of discussion.
Length in the game.
Here's Keller at the 1st and 10. Snap to Brock Burkett. Looking left the whole way, throws, tipped, and falls incomplete. Was looking for Bodie Davis in between the safety and corner. How about the 5'8", 175-pound senior Dontrell Johnson getting way up to get a hand on that one. Second and 10.
3-man rush.
Brock with some time, rolls right, now tucks and runs down the far sideline, again seeking out contact. Picks up the first down, pushed out at the 47. Pick up a 12 and an Indian first down. Haven't called John Meredith III's name very much. The field corner on the far side for
6'3".
Yeah, that's normally a good thing for a corner if you don't mention their name much. Brock Burkett throws out left side. Bodie Davis across the 50, dragged out of bounds at the 41. Another Indian first down. John Meredith III with offers from, just put UT, Bama, and Ohio State on there, because if you have offers from those schools, you pretty much have offers just about everywhere. Timmy Erickson, the running back. Play fake. Brock with time. Steps up. Now wants to run. Jukes away from Cameron Hall to the far side. Runs out of bounds. Takes a late hit. That deliberately late. There's also a Trojan down.
That kid, who hit him? He's right over there. He's mouthing off and backing up. It's number 8.
Yeah, Caleb Adam.
He threw him almost into the wall.
Yeah, a very late hit, and then also there was a Trojan player down right on that Keller sideline as it happened. 2:40 in the third quarter, 41-23 Trinity. More Keller Indians football on the Millennium Sports Network after the timeout.
If you or a friend have experienced a significant life loss, get the booklet Walking Through the Valley of Grief by author James C. Bivens. This booklet shares biblical help and is written and designed to help you successfully deal with grief. Walking Through the Valley of Grief is available online at Amazon.com. That's Walking Through the Valley of Grief. There are many swimming pool repair companies, but TX Aqueduct specializes in pool leak detection. With our knowledge, experience, and equipment, your leak will be found and fixed properly. Leaking pools and water lines cause expensive excess water consumption. TX Aqueduct professionals will stop your money from going down the drain. Call TX Aqueduct at 817-727-7579. That's 817-727-7579. We are ready.
Injured Trinity Trojan being.
And that's, well, he got hurt earlier. Demarion Hall, backup Mike linebacker, 5'10", 190 senior, and he got helped up, was able to walk off himself earlier when he got injured, but this time with a lot of help. Looks like he's not putting much on his left foot. It's going to happen right on the Indian sideline, so he has to make the long trek across. The penalty was unsportsmanlike on Caleb Adam, the senior Rover safety. The half the distance to the goal penalty, so it sets up Keller on the 11. Three receivers left. Timmy Erickson, the running back. Fake to him. Brock Burkett under fire immediately. Rolls right and throws it. Incomplete.
Help, everywhere he looked, there was rushers coming.
It was a nice job just getting that ball away. Lived to fight another down. Second and 10 from the 11. Clock stopped at 2:32 in the third. Play clock down to 10. Indians just now getting set at the line. Bodie Davis in motion. Brock looks that way, and pressure coming again. Stumbles, just throws it away while falling down. Nice job being aware to throw that ball deep enough to avoid the intentional grounding. Back-to-back throwaways, 3rd and 10. .223 in the third. Quentin Shropshire, the running back. Brock Meek and Bodie Davis to the left. Brock Burkett with pressure coming. Throws it far back left corner of the end zone over the shoulder and out of bounds. Catch was made but unable to get a foot down. Was Bodie Davis.
Wow, Bodie's all over the place tonight.
Bodie's a player we saw a little bit in Indian baseball last season, but mostly as a backup infielder and a runner. But he is a key part to the Indians' offense here in the gridiron. And it's 4th and 10. Offense stays out, trailing by 18. Brock Burkett, a high snap, pressure coming again, steps up and eludes it, has a lane, but chased down and thrown out of bounds. There he is, John Meredith III. Closing speed.
He made a clean play, though. He did not excommunicate number 7.
The Indians turn it over on downs.
This is the longest game in history. Still 2 minutes to go in the third.
There's been a lot of possessions. I'm on my second sheet for the drive charts. 2:07 in the third. Trojans back on offense. Mac.
How about an interception?
We're going to hand it off to the fullback right up the gut.
Or a fumble.
And pickup of, call that 5 yards. Ball out to the 13-yard line. Lineweaver under center. Give to the up fullback, Jaden Hollins. Bounces off the first tackle and has a first down to the 18. This is where you feel like you would sell if you're Trinity, playing with the lead, just getting to run that clock out. Lean on that big offensive line. On 1st and 10, single back set, and loose ball dropped right on top of it was Mac Lineweaver. Trinity's dropped a couple of footballs at the line of scrimmage and gotten back on them. Two-yard loss.
Well, I got some scores coming in here. Anna is leading 39-31 over Prosper Walnut Grove Wildcats. 9:57 to play in the fourth. Prosper polish off McKinney Lions 59-0.
Hand off JT Harris.
Gets
away from the first
watch
man.
Out. Watch out.
Makes
There
a
he
move
goes.
on Perrin Brown.
Oh, he's exciting.
Oh, and then pushed out of bounds at the 35.
Denton Ryan 44-3 over the Hazel Hornets. 8 minutes to go in the fourth. Oh, Argyle's behind Mansfield Summit. 5:53 to play, 20-19. I'm just going to give you some close ones here.
.12 seconds remaining in the third. Clock stopped after the out of
Here's
bounds
a big
run.
game in 5-6A, big game. Louisville trailing 41-23 to Capel.
Zoe Palmore on the keeper, runs off right side with some blocks.
8:44 to play in that one. Holland Park 34-10 over Joshua. That one's done.
We are done with the third quarter after the 4-yard rush by Zoe Palmore. Trinity leads Keller 41-23 as Millennium Sports 4-6A Bright Lights game of the week continues after this timeout.
Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers the State Farm Steer Clear Young Drivers Awareness Program for drivers under the age of 25, designed to reinforce the fundamentals of safe driving. You can reach Shaylin at 817-788-1999. Details available at ShaylinClark.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Millennium Sports and the Keller Indians wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors: Origin Bank of South Lake, Bank Original, Doty Construction and Real Estate, Danielle and Josh Doty, your hometown needs. Roofing, exterior and excellence, specs. Sweet Frog Premium Yogurt of Keller, the very best you've ever tasted. Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills. Anchor Energy Solar Solutions of Fort Worth. State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. State Farm is for life. Macero Mexican Restaurant, South Lake. Mexican Spirit, American Life. Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth. Have a leak, don't freak. For Kelly, just CFP with Ameriprise Financial of Keller. Alliance Pest of Fort Worth. The Alliance Difference, Quality Care, and Community. Author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available on Amazon. Harris Ratings Weekly of Corinth and Van Harris. 12 minutes, fourth quarter. Trinity football, 2nd and 6 on their own 13-9 yard line.
Indians in a 7-man front. Or 5-man front, make it.
I formation. JT Harris, the deep back, receives it on a pitch going left, looking for blocks, but the Indians well strung out. And a loss of a yard. Baron Brown led the charge on the stop, 3rd and 7. Three down linemen for Keller on this 3rd and 7. I formation. Zoe Palmore in the game. Fakes the handoff. He's trying to keep it right the whole way. Following blocks, disappears. There he goes across the 50. Cuts back 45. Flag flies at the 48.
That was a big hit at the end of the play. It was a legal hit.
Yeah, Zoe Palmore is down
Baron
now.
Brown took him down. Downtown Baron Brown.
Zoe Palmore down in front of the Keller sideline. And
there's been a lot of penalties. There's been a lot of injuries.
Waiting to see what the flag is. It's Kelly Martinez and the Fort Worth crew talk it over. Holding on Gradvin Mohital, the 6'4", 230-pound junior tight end. He's listed 3rd on the depth chart of tight ends behind Cohen Fiafi and Brendan Carey. As the injured Trojan is now up on his feet. Now he has to make the long walk back to his sideline. Again, that's Zoe Palmore, the backup quarterback and spare running back for the Trojans. He has 31 yards rushing tonight, 0 for 2 passing. We'll try to get some stats going here. Trinity's up to 478 yards of offense to the Indians' 487. 390 on the ground for the Trojans. 241 of them from JT Harris, along with 4 scores. So 3rd and 5 after the hold. Mac Lineweaver in, throws an out to the outside, catch made Tayshawn Ethan, the first time we've called the senior wide receiver. And he has the first down. Pushed out of bounds. The clock stops. 10:52. Fourth quarter. JT Harris, the lone tailback. Takes it on a counter left with a lead blocker out in front. JT, there he goes again inside the 30 and brought down out of bounds at the 22. Another 30 yards for JT Harris. That puts him over 270 yards. He has 300 in sight. Averaging over 17 yards a carry. Keandre Dixon spells him here in the I formation. Right up the gut. Keandre jumps over some garbage in the middle and picks up 8 yards to the 15.
Facing Stoner, number 40, along with 15, Keith McGee on the tackle for the Indians.
That was Jacob Just. He's not garbage, Brendan. It was laying there. 5'11", 175 senior that went over the top of him.
Well, here we go. The big man back in for the Trojans on this play. Molinai Langi, the 6'1", 400-pound senior. He lines up as an extra tackle on the right side. He is the right tackle, and the right tackle kicks out as a tight end. Running that way, Keandre Dixon, but nothing going for him. The Indians defense was ready for it, and no gain.
22, Matthew Reagan with the tackle. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2. 9-10 counting in the 4th. Just one play for the big 400-pounder. He's back on the sideline. Keandre Dixon, the deep back. They turn and give to the fullback, Jaden Hollins. Easy first down inside the 10. We're dragged down by Jacob Just.
Jaden Hollins with the carry. Picked up by number 12, Jacob Just. Ball down to Keller 8, 1st and goal for the Trojans.
1st and goal, and wide receiver Jalen Donaldson checks back into the game. He gives the play call to Matt Lineweaver. Stay in the I formation with 2 up backs, and right back to the fullback Jaden Hollins, pushing the pile down inside the 1. Just not a lot of resistance on these fullback dives. Jaden Hollins is up over 80 yards rushing.
Freddie Ottoman again on a stop.
2nd and goal from the 1. Another I formation set. Turn, run the same play again. Jaden Hollins, and he just gets in. Touchdown, Trojans. Second touchdown of the night for Jaden Hollins, also his 2nd of the season. And Trojans up 47-23, 7:42 in the 4th, an extra point attempt coming. Jaden Boye, the lefty kicker. Garrett Toll a hold, and Cohen Fiafi a snap. And the extra point is good. 48-23. Trojans pull away. 7:42 remaining in the 4th quarter. Millennium Sports 4 6A Bright Lights Game of the Week continues after.
Property investors in DFW, consider this. Perpetual Property Management turned a $400 a month headache into a $1,400 a month cash flowing machine without changing the tenant. Our system was built to increase asset values, managing hundreds of Metroplex properties. Check us out online at perpetualpm.com.
Keller Indians Football Nation, UIL 4-6A Bright Lights Football 2025 is here worldwide. You can make it possible for family, former student athletes, players, and fans to follow the Indians and receive shout-outs or business ads by sponsoring the broadcast. Call or text John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfrow@att.net. .42 on the fourth quarter here at Pennington Field. And Jaden Boye, high short kick, immediately giving the fair catch signal. Bradley McCroskey at his 25.
Kickoff fair caught by number 8, Bradley McCroskey. At the 25-yard line, Keller has the ball. First and 10 to go. This will be the Indians' 4th possession in the second half.
Fourth possession in the second half for the Indians. They've gone missed field goal, touchdown, turnover on downs. Brock Burkett at quarterback to lead the charge, going more left to right. Brock to pass, delivers across the middle, diving catch is made by Brock Meek, close to the sticks. It'll be a 9-yard pickup. Brock Meek has a touchdown catch, flag out for hands to the face on the Trojans. I'll give the Indians 15 more at the end of that play. That quickly puts them all the way out to the 49. First and 10. Brock Burkett running near side, trying to extend the play, and just flips out of bounds. It's definitely important for Brock to try to make sure he stays out of harm's way here late. He's already taken a lot of big hits. He likes to give out big hits himself. But with this score and 7:17 remaining, your health is a little more important for the next upcoming weeks.
Amen.
Timmy Erickson in the backfield. He gets the run, but it goes nowhere. He's wrapped up immediately, a loss of a yard. A couple of black jerseys back there. I believe the first one in was Damian Buchan, the 6', 190-pound senior ninja linebacker. Third and 11. Brock with a deep drop back, pressure coming, hit as he tries to throw, and the ball just falls forward, incomplete. That's an incomplete pass, not a fumble. He was trying to load up and send it deep, just not enough time, and took a hit.
Trying to get it down there to, let's see here. That's Ralph Crosby he's trying to get it to, 6'3", 175. He was double teamed, but ball could have gone in between them, maybe.
No, Ralph has been very quiet tonight. He's catchless.
4th down and 12.
James Wheaton on the punt. No one deep for the Trojans. And James Wheaton will try to pin him deep. And a nice bounce around the 18. And Indians let it roll down to about the 6. 46-yard punt. Trojans on their own 6-yard line with 6:11 in the 4th. Bodie Davis is at 9 catches, 156 yards to lead all receivers tonight. And again, I think your story has to be JT Harris, 15 carries, 270 yards, and 4 scores.
JT's a really good running back. He's got great vision. He's got great speed.
And the Indians burn one of their 3 timeouts with 6:11 in the 4th and trailing Trinity 48-23. More Keller Indians football on Williams Fort's Vision after a timeout.
Wasps buzzing in your backyard? Spiders and ants taking over your kitchen? Rodents planning a housewarming party in your attic? Not on our watch. Alliance Pest keeps pests out and your home safe.
Keller still with 2 timeouts, Trojans with 2. And I hope not to need any of them. The final 6:11. First and 10, Mac Lineweaver turns, hands off to the tailback. Trying to see who's in the game now. As Trinity's gone through a couple of running backs. This is first time we've seen Marcus Turner, the 5'8", 170-pound junior. Picked up 3. Couple reserve receivers in the game as well. Kevin Chroma, 6 foot, 150-pound junior. Along with Kevon Horton, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. They're lined up to the right. But a turn and a give to Marcus Turner. And he's hit, spins forward for a first down out to the 19, a pick up a 10.
First and 10 for the Trojans at their own 19-yard line.
One up on 5 minutes remaining.
Got any player of the game candidates off the air, Brandon?
Alrighty.
Next time out, we'll discuss it. Coming up is the have it here in a second.
As Marcus Turner somehow disappeared into the pile, got outside, and then outran all the Indians. Well, now getting caught up inside the 20, just ran out of gas.
The Doty Real Estate and Construction of Keller hosts
63 yards on the run for Marcus Turner before Gavin Drilling caught up to him. Looked like he was dead to rights in the pile, and then he just popped out the other side. First and 10 to the 18 of Keller. Trojans letting the play clock run down before they set up at the line. Give to the fullback, big hole up the middle, and another Trojans touchdown. The runner on this one was Namias Bacular, the 5'7", 177-pound senior. And it is 54-23 Trojans, 3:48 in the fourth. First touchdown of the year for Nehemias. And Jaden Boyer extra point is good. 55-23 Trojans. 3:48 remaining from Pennington Field. More Millennium Sports coverage of Keller Indians football returns after a timeout.
Josh Doty is a lifetime resident of Keller, a Keller High School grad 2007, and number 91 on the Indians football team. Today, Josh is president and founder of Doty Construction, a Keller-based full-service remodeling company. As a member of the Fort Worth Builders Association, Doty Construction serves their clients with excellence and integrity. Learn more at doty-construction.com or call Josh at 817-688-6411 for your next project.
.348 to play. (55-23) Trinity. This is the second most points Keller's given up this year. They gave up 63 to Southlake a couple weeks ago. Short kick fielded on the hop by Bradley McCroskey, the tight end, trying to get out wide to the far side, but well covered by the Trojans, knocked down at the 27.
Players of the game.
Our players of the game on offense, we'll give it to Bodie Davis, 9 catches, 156 yards. Brought to you by Sweet Frog Premium Yogurt of Keller. And on defense, Baron Brown, free safety, the 6'2", 175-pound senior, has been leading the way in tackles. Brought to you by Doty Construction of Keller. It looks like we have Bradley McCroskey back in at quarterback. Yes, we do. Matt McCroskey it is. He's rolling out left. Decides to tuck and run. Bounces off of a pile of Trojans and out of bounds near the 40. Picked up a first down, and a Trojan is down in front of the Keller sideline. Right at the 36-yard line. And while they tend to the injured player, we'll thank our sponsors. Millennium Sports and the Indians wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors: Origin Bank of Southlake, Bank Original, Doty Construction and Real Estate, Danielle and Josh Doty, your hometown team for any hometown needs. S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing of Keller, Integrity, Commitment, Excellence, Respect. Sweet Frog Premium Yogurt of Keller, the very best you've ever tasted.
It is, folks. It's great.
Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills. Anchor Energy Solar Solutions of Fort Worth. State Farm Agent Shaylin Clark of Hearst. State Farm is for life. Macero Mexican Restaurant Southlake. Mexican Spirit, American Life. Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth. Have a leak, don't freak. Kelly Just CFP with Ameriprise Financial of Keller. Alliance Pest of Fort Worth. The Alliance Difference, Quality, Care, and Community. Author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available now on Amazon. And the Harris Ratings Weekly of Corinth and Van Harris.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe and watch us on Roku, everybody.
We'll be continuing to have our games of the week every either Thursday or Friday. Maybe both some weeks. You like and subscribe, you'll get all those updates. See when we're live. That's still being tended to on the far side, the down Trojan. As I say that, he starts getting rolled over and up on his feet. It is Gordon Motow. He's the starting linebacker, the 6'1", 230-pound Will linebacker with the Miami, Ohio offer. That's a key player. You don't need getting hurt in the last few minutes of a lopsided game.
Looks like he might have a groin injury.
And walking with a waddle. Listen, that's 6'1", 230 pounds, the senior. Makes up that experienced linebacking core for the Trojans. 4 starting seniors, 3 returned from last year. He's made it to the sideline. 3:25 remaining. Keller football, 1st and 10 on their own 42.
As play continues, Keller has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
They start the clock.
Let's just let it keep running.
Thought that a while ago. Trips right for the sophomore quarterback, Matt McCroskey. He throws quick out to the left. Blake Danuski to catch in the flats, and he's upended at the 45 of the Trojans. Quickly back to it. Play action. Deep ball down the far left side, looking for Cash Erdman. And Cash comes down with it against 2 Trojans. Cash all the way down to the 4-yard lines of Trinity, a 41-yard pickup. He used all of his 6'3", 175-pound basketball frame. The Indians knocking on the door. Running back checks in for Keller. That's David Macchio. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks since he had the 100-yard performance against Central. Matt McCroskey to throw across the middle. Ralph Crosby, touchdown on the quick slant. Two-yard touchdown for Ralph Crosby, his 2nd of the year. His 1st catch of the night. Enzo Fartuo on for the point after. Jacob Just the hold. The kick is good. With 2:10 remaining in the 4th, 55-30 on of Keller. Millennium Sports 4-6-8 Bright Lights game of the week continues after this timeout.
When When faced with life cycle events such as getting married, having a baby, buying a home or car, or planning for college, Hearst State Farm agent Shaylin Clark offers products and knowledge to help. Her office is located at 2000 Precinct Line Road, Suite 100. Call Shaylin at 817-788-1999. Details at ShaylinClark.com. State Farm is for life.
A name for a Trinity player of the game, Brandon. JT?
Yeah, didn't think much about that one. 270 yards, 15 carries, 4 scores.
Brought to you by Shaylin Clark State Farm of Hearst.
Connick Whitmire. See what he tries on this kickoff. High short kick, bounces and takes a backspin. Keller looks like they're on it at the 33. And it is recovered by the Indians. Cash Erdman came up with it. They got a big 41-yard catch a few minutes ago and recovers an onside kick.
How about that?
The catch earlier puts Cash over 100 yards in the season. He came in with 94 yards on 4 catches. But they do look his way pretty often when he's on the field. Lined up wide to the left. David Macchia, the running back for Matt McCroskey. 2:04 on the clock. We'll have a snap and then likely the 2-minute warning. Matt McCroskey, change of protection. Telling David Macchia where the blitz is coming. Throws quick to the right side. Catch made, running laterally.
Didn't get anywhere.
Yeah, might have lost a few yards up the running back. That was Blaine Hamilton, the senior wide receiver. Tackled with 1:53, and that is the official 2-minute timeout. And as we hit that 2-minute timeout, let's look at our updated stats. Keller, 368 yards of offense, 292 through the air, 76 on the ground. Just 4 yards per carry for Keller. 3 penalties for 40 yards and 2 turnovers, both Brock Burkett interceptions. Brock, 13 of 29, 184 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Matt McCroskey, he's 6 of 9, 88 yards and a touchdown. Brock Burkett, also the lead rusher for Keller, 55 yards on 9 carries. Matt McCroskey, a 15-yard run. Quentin Shropshire, just 9 yards on 5 carries. And here's the big one. Trinity, 675 total yards of offense. I don't know if I've ever seen this number before. 579 yards rushing. 45 carries, 13 yards a carry. Nice snap. Hand off. David Macchia, nowhere going for him. Flag flies as
That's a face
yeah,
mask.
he's
Yep.
face mask will put Keller inside the 20.
Sure, score another touchdown, get another onside kick.
Do that a couple more times. Clock, minute 30 and counting. Here's a fade to the near side corner and overshot for Bradley McCroskey.
All these plays are taking 2 or 3 seconds, Brendan.
Second and 10.
We love the Indians, but we're ready for this game to be over. But we got to give them credit. They have never quit, have they? They're still going for it.
No, and same thing with the Southlake game. Matt McCroskey has something. The sophomore quarterback, he has the ability to come out and move the offense. It definitely helps in these situations where you're playing a little more freely. Here he is scrambling for his life near side. Throws last minute right off the hands of Bradley McCroskey. Didn't know him. Could have had the touchdown.
Bradley McCroskey is incomplete. Third down.
3rd and 10, a minute 14.
The clock stops at an incompletion.
See receiver senior Jackson Tenpenny in the game. I think it's the first time we've ever seen him out in action for the Indians. Matt McCroskey looks left, back right now, scrambles. Still looking to throw, now last second tucks and runs out of bounds at the 12.
It's a 4th down for the Indians. Ball will be spotted at the 12.
And 4th and 6. Yeah, 4th and 5 for the Indians. A minute to go. The running back, and why not? Trinity uses a timeout.
Oh my gosh. Please. Have mercy. Come on, stick it in there, Indians.
1:02 remaining. The Trojans have 1 timeout remaining. The Indians with 2. I'll still catching up on some of these numbers. The penalties heavily against Trinity. 10 for 122 yards. 2 turnovers on the Trojans. 1 interception and 1 fumble. Mac Lineweaver, 6 of 8, 96 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Again, we've said it a few times. JT Harris, 15 carries, 270 yards, 18 yards and attempts, 4 touchdowns. Keandre Dixon added 88 yards on 10 carries. Jaden Holland, 80 yards on 8 totes. Marcus Turner, 76 yards on 3 carries. Zoe Palmore, 43 yards on 6 runs. Nehemias Bacular, 18 yards on a carry. And 4 yards for Trent Turner. I don't know if you heard the number earlier, John. That's the 579 rushing yards for the Trojans tonight. Here's the 4th and 5 play. Quick throw out, left side, wide open out of the backfield. Blake Danuski. Touchdown Indians, first of the year for Blake.
Another 5-second play, still 55 seconds left in the ball game. What a deal. Go for 2, Indians. Are they going to go for 2 or kick it?
No. Jacob Just, the holders out with Enzo Fartuo, the extra point. But you know, Matt McCroskey's coming in and led a couple of touchdown drives here in the 4th. Back-to-back possessions. Cuts the score 55-37. Trinity, 55 seconds remaining in the 4th. Millennium Sports coverage of Keller Indian football. Back in 30 seconds.
Sweet Frog Keller serves 21 flavors of premium frozen yogurt, including sugar-free vanilla and cheesecake. Our menu also has dairy and gluten-free, plus sugar, oats, nuts, candy, and popping boba. Sweet Frog is located at Keller Town Center, Suite 117. Open Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 9, and Friday and Saturday at 12 to 10. Sweet Frog of Keller.
I want to go.
Here we are, ready to go for the kickoff.
You mean the onside kick?
Well, the last time they kind of kicked it right in the middle and got it back, so whatever you
That's
want to
true.
call it.
Oh, they got everybody up. Trinity's got everybody up in the line, practically.
Connick Whitmire. See if he can put another special spin on the ball. And he kicks this one straight towards the Trojan sideline.
Out of bounds, and it stops the clock.
It will be Trojans football, and they should only have to snap it twice. Unless Coach Carl Strelo wants to use any of his time stoppers. He has 2 left.
Oh, please, Coach. Please do. Why don't we take all the timeouts and all the penalties, and we'll be here at 11 o'clock. Not.
And next up for Keller, back at home against Timber Creek next Friday. Trinity will play on Thursday at VR Eaton. Turn the I formation handoff, left side. 2-yard pickup. Keller not using
one more play. If they run a running play and there's no penalty, that'll be the last play.
Keller jerseys at about the 32-yard line, second down at 8.
They actually don't have to snap it. The play clock is about half a second ahead of the game clock. They'll give to a fullback. Right up the guts.
Idaho again with the carry, gets forward progress to the 30.
That should be it.
And that will do it. Final score 55-37. Trinity with the win, advanced to 5-2 overall, 3-2 in District 4 6A. The Indians with the loss fall to 3-5, 2-4 in district play.
Let's give our credit to Brennan.
Folks, we need to thank for getting us here tonight. For Keller ISD Athletic Director Eric Persine, for Keller head football coach Carl Strelo, for the Heb, Hurst, Euless, and Bedford ISD AD Mike Fielder, and athletic coordinator Barry Fuller. For DFW Media, Dallas Morning News, High School Game Day, Fort Worth Star Telegram, and Denton Record Chronicle. Millennium Sports president and color analyst John Frow, our play-by-play Brendan Snow, our videographer tonight Rick Snow, and David Diaquisto. Our sound coordinator, Antonio Juarez. Keller Indians Trinity Trojans football is written, produced, and directed by John Frow and the Millennium Sports Network. Copyright 2025. Well, signing off from Pennington Field, 55-37 the final. Trojans over the Indians. Thank you for tuning in, spending your Friday night with us.
Next week.
Enjoy the week.
You've been listening to Millennium Sports' presentation of Keller Indians football. We wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors: Origin Bank of Southlake, Bank Original, Doty Construction and Real Estate, Danielle and Josh Doty, your home team for any hometown needs. Anchor Energy, Solar Solutions of Fort Worth, Sweet Frog Premium Yogurts of Keller, the very best you've ever tasted. State Farm agent Shaylin Clark of Hurst, Texas. State Farm is for life. S&B Roofing, Exterior and Fencing of Keller. Integrity, commitment, excellence, respect. Perpetual Property Management of North Richland Hills. Misero Mexican Restaurants. Mexican Spirit, American Life. Texas Aqueduct of North Fort Worth. Have a leak? Don't freak. Kelly Just CFP with Ameriprise Financial of Keller. Alliance Pest of Fort Worth. Quality, care, and community. Author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available now on Amazon. And Harris Ratings Weekly of Corinth and Van Harris. Join us next Friday, October 24th, for an NFL Flex TBA broadcast beginning at 6:25 p.m. with the Origin Bank pregame show. This is the Millennium Sports Network.